All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the second day of our Career Guidance Advocacy Program. Kamusta po ang lahat? Naway, okay po tayo. I hope you are all okay, full and recharged as we will all listen to our speakers this afternoon. Yesterday, we actually experienced some technical issues, particularly in Facebook Live. So some points were not clear to the participants or to the other attendees. And with that, we have here Mr. Alvin Montalia to give us a recap on what transpired last session. Sir Alvin. Sir, good afternoon po.
Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to all the guests. Welcome to Miss Mary Jane B. Corcuera, the provincial peso manager, to Villari R.B.S. Limbaco, professor, educator, and to Miss Nimpa T. Villamayor, the life coach. So welcome to our second day, to our beloved teacher in charge, Dr. Michael William B. Puna III, to my co-teacher, to all the parents, students, good afternoon to each and everyone. So yesterday, we start the first day at exactly 1:30 with nationalistic song and opening prayer, followed by the opening remarks by our very own Dr. Michael William B. Puna III, and he tells all about the career guidance. He welcomed all the participants in the first day of virtual career guidance seminar, and he also tells the settlement of a job. Then after that, we have the inspirational message by our district supervisor, Dr. Alan G. Hostalero, and he tells his experiences during his high school life. No? He emphasized that there is no career guidance orientation during his high school life, and we are lucky today that we have experienced this course, and he also advised all the students to tune in their career guidance seminar, and he ended his talk about saying that basta tayo sa LB laging happy. And then another inspirational message coming from our mother supervisor, senior high school division coordinator, ESP1, Ma'am Irma Valenzuela. He tells all about the making decision in your career. He shared the slide shaping the future, how really shape and who responsible for shaping the future. He also discussed the responsibilities and the limitations, the factor to consider in using your career. We have the goals, the strength, the value, and the interest. And sinabi rin niya na kaming mga teachers at mga magulang ay nandito lang para taga-suporta sa inyong mga magiging desisyon. Ayon. And he end her presentation by the quotation, at every crossroad, follow your dream. It is courageous to let your heart lead the way. And lastly, we have another inspirational message by Ana C. Reblora. She is our uh, education program supervisor or guidance supervisor. She started by greeting and share their inspirational slide, and the presentation for tomorrow is doing best today according to sa senior ni Ma'am Reblora. And then he ended his presentation by the quotation of Colin R. Davis, the the road to success and the road to failure are almost exactly the same. Okay? Then after that, we have the program orientation proper by Ma'am Maybel Padilla, our guidance coordinator, guidance counselor. He discussed all about the content, the rationale, the memorandum, as well as the module, the career guidance module of grade 11 and grade 12. And then after that, we have Ma'am Evangeline Austria. He discussed all about the orientation about the portfolio. No? Medyo marami yan. And then after that, we have the career guidance primer by Mr. Birdie Eimer S. Timbaco. And he discussed what is career guidance, the definition of career guidance, and then he ended his statement, focus on your goal, don't look any direction but ahead. And then we have the song number by Elmer Joy Perante sa mga advisory ko, grade 12 Fury. And then we have our speaker, ayan, we have the testimony of their chosen career. For the STEM, we have Dr. Ramon Christian Eusebio, Professor of UPLB. So marami tayong natutunan dyan kahapon kay Sir. And then we have for humanities, we have Ma'am Jocelyn C. Sarmiento. She is a registered guidance counselor of UP Rural High School. And then we have the open forum. And then after that, the awarding of certificate. And lastly, we have the closing prayer by Iris May Luna, our SSG treasurer. Maraming salamat po, sir.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Alvin, for that detailed review. Naway na-refresh po ang memorya ng ating mga learners watching over YouTube Live. Again, a quick reminder sa ating mga learners who are watching over sa YouTube po natin, you will be asked, or we will be requiring you to take photos of yourselves while watching or while listening to these webinar. All right, so thank you for that, Sir Alvin. Now, as we speak of your future careers, our dear learners, I believe one of our invited speakers, I should say, this afternoon will help you to be more ready in the field, as he will talk about readiness to work immersion and other career matters. He is actually the Provincial PESO Training Coordinator of Laguna. Everyone, may I present to you Engineer Rodson Del Mundo. Sir, good afternoon po.
Yes, good afternoon everyone. Good afternoon po sa mga guro, sa ating principal, at of course sa mga estudyante nating nakikinig ngayon. And I'll be presenting our presentation regarding I think life skills yung naka sa atin. Sir, nasa inyo po ang presentation, tama po ba?
Yes po, working on it po, sir.
Okay po.
I believe with Sir Rodson, we have also Miss Christine Limbaco and Mr. Ronald Alan Padua.
Sir, yes. Sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am and sir.
Ronald Alan Paduada and Patricia Isabel Mendoza. Also staff from PESO. And they will be in charge in monitoring and documentation. Sir.
All right, sir.
Okay, so let's start. Siguro naman kilala niyo yung picture na nasa harap, no? I'm sure inaabangan niyo siya lagi tuwing merong bagyo, no? Kung ano ba i-announce ni Gov, kung may pasok ba o wala. I'm sure yun yung lagi naabangan ng lahat. So I will start our presentation by introducing our office. Next slide, please. So our office is the Public Employment Service Office, which is also known as PESO. It's a non-fee charging multi-employment service facility or entity established or accredited by DOLE in local government units or LGUs pursuant to the Republic Act 8759, otherwise known as the PESO Act of 1999. Now, kung makikita nyo dito, no, PESO is a non-fee charging. So, lahat ng services na ino-offer ng aming opisina ay libre. So, anyone clients na pumunta sa aming office ay makaka-avail ng mga services for free. And then, since ito ay lahat ng municipality ay may mga kanya-kanyang PESO. Sa Las Bañas, ay si Ma'am Glessy Trinidad ang ating PESO officer ng Las Bañas. And aside from that, meron tayong PESO for the province of Laguna, the province, which is yung aming opisina nga, the Provincial Employment Service Office, headed by Jane Banasihan Corcuera. So for the functions and services, next slide please. So we have 3 core functions, PESO. Number 1 is provision of labor market information. Now, simply put, yung labor market information ay database, no, na mga information coming from coming from job seekers. So yung mga job seekers na lumalapit sa aming opisina para magpatulong humanap ng trabaho. Of course, magbibigay sila ng kanilang resume or biodata. And then what we do with that resume, can keep namin siya sa aming database, you know, for the second core function mamaya na i-discuss ko. And at the same time, mayroon din mga company na pumupunta sa aming opisina, accredited companies na nagbibigay ng kanilang job vacancies, no? Yung tinatawag na manpower demand, no? Yung job vacancies. Yung mga resume naman ng mga ating job seekers ay yung tinatawag nating manpower supply, no? So having that, no, yung manpower supply and the manpower demand, that comprises the labor market information. Number 2 is the referral placement. So after ma-receive yung resume or biodata ng isang job seekers, what we do is we perform job matching. Yung job match namin yung qualifications ng job seekers dun sa requirements ng isang job vacancy provided ng ating mga job mga companies, accredited companies. So kapag nag-match yung qualifications ng isang job seeker sa requirements ng isang job vacancies, nire-refer namin ng mga job seekers na to. And then of course it will go under processing ng company. So like nag-undergo ng exam, ng interview, no? At kapag nakapasa sa lahat ng criteria ng isang company, ng isang job seeker, doon magkakaroon ng, of course, ma-hire siya. At pag na-hire siya, that is called na-place siya or placement. No? So that is basically the referral and placement function ng PESO. Number 3 is the career and employment coaching, which is ito nga yung ginagawa natin ngayon. No? Bakit napaka-importante ng career and employment coaching? Kasi kailangan natin ma-provide sa mga estudyante natin ngayon, sa mga mag-graduate na estudyante, at more pipili ng course, no? Lalo na yung mga grade 12 nating estudyante na pipili ng career, of course, no? Kailangan mag-guide sila sa tamang labor market information, sa ganun magkaroon sila ng sound decision, no? Para maging tama ang kanilang mapipiling career na naaayon sa kanilang kakayahan at sa demand ng panahon. And then we have other services. Next, please. Special functions, which is yung for all types of job seekers, yung job fair nga. Yung job fair, no, usually ito yung parang nagiging mas nakikilala yung PESO kasi mas visible ang PESO sa mga job fair. Now, yung job fair, no, para sa kaalaman ng lahat, ito ay yung pagsasama-sama ng mga companies. Ito ay in-organize ng PESO at pinagsasama-sama ng mga companies from 20 to 30 or 50 companies sa isang venue. Usually ito ay pwedeng sa munisipyo, pwedeng sa basketball court, pwedeng sa covered court, pwedeng sa isang school, sa loob ng school ground, no? Pwedeng conductin yung job fair na kung saan malapit sa lugar ninyo, no? Nang sa ganon, yung mga applicants na within the vicinity, within your place, no, makapag-apply ng mas mabilis, no? Hindi na kailangan mamasahe pa ng pagkalayo-layo at nakapag-apply din sila from one company to another, no? Dahil maraming ang company yung tinitipon sa isang job fair, no? So mas madali silang nakakapag-apply, mas madali silang na-interview at ultimately kung sila ay makakapasa sa mga initial screening, no? At mapipili sila ng kumpanya no, ay magkakaroon sila ng trabaho, yung tinatawag na hired on the spot o HATS, no. But then dahil nga sa panahon ng pandemya, no, medyo nagkaroon tayo ng challenges, no, na ma-conduct to last year, no? Dahil nga hindi pwedeng lumabas, hindi pwedeng magkaroon ng face-to-face interaction. So ganun pa man, no, ang Provincial Government of Laguna or PGL through the PESO, Provincial Employment Service Office, sa opisina namin, in collaboration with the Management and Information Office ng probinsya, yung Provincial MISO, ay nag-develop, no, ng online job portal. Itong online job portal na to ay similar to masasabi natin yung very common ngayon, no, napaka-popular na Job Street at other online job portal. Pero itong aming dinevelop, which is called PLEIS, PLEIS, or Province of Laguna Employment and Information System, ay mas maganda, no, compared dun sa mga job portal na commercial job portal na available ngayon, no, dahil ito ay tailored fit ito sa pangangailangan ng ating mga Lagunense. Alam niyo itong job portal na to ay ginawa specifically para sa mga Lagunense, no. So take lang na advantage nito, makakuha ng mga services ng PLEIS, Province of Laguna Employment and Information System, ay ang mga Lagunense lang, no. May mga gustong mag-apply, may mga gustong mag-join na mga galing sa iba't ibang province, other provinces, no, natin sa Laguna, but then hindi inaalaw ng ating system to dahil ang mapipili lang na address dito sa PLEIS ay pawang galing lamang sa Laguna, no. So walang malaki makikita na address na mapipili diyan na from Cavite, Batangas, no. Bakit natin ginawa ito? Particular para sa mga Lagunense, of course, proyekto ito ng Province of Laguna, proyekto ito ni Gov. So, ang priority natin ay mga Lagunense dahil din sa, alam niyo naman na napakaraming kumpanya sa Laguna, no? Daming industrial parks sa Laguna. Pero nagkakaroon ng mga pagkakataon, maraming pagkakataon na ang mga na-hire ng mga kumpanyang to, no, na nasa Laguna, ay mga nanggagaling pa sa Batangas, nanggagaling pa sa Cavite, no? So bakit ganoon? Marami din marami naman tayong mga graduates, marami tayong mga job seekers, no, na competent din, na fresh graduate din, no, na dapat mas nagiging may advantage, mas nagiging priority ng mga kumpanya na nasa Laguna, no. So to address this, no, ito nga yung ginawa natin na exclusive job portal for Lagunense, no. Pero mga company na makakapag-join dito sa job portal natin ito na PLEIS, no, ay hindi limited sa Laguna lang, no. Kahit sa buong Pilipinas, mga company na gustong mag-register sa ating job portal ay pwede po register, no, basta ma-accredit ng ating office, no. Meron silang mga naipasang mga requirements, no, at wala silang mga pending case sa DOLE, ito ay ating inaalaw, no, para nang sa ganon ang malawak ang oportunidad ng mga Lagunense dating sa paghahanap ng trabaho, no. At bakit nag-create itong job portal na to, no? Dahil ito na nga yung kasagutan natin sa new normal na tinatawag, no, sa ating better normal na tinatawag, dahil nga sa panahon ng pandemya mahirap mag-apply ng trabaho, mahirap lumabas para mag-apply ng trabaho. But through this job portal, no, makakapag-apply kayo through the comfort of your home. Nasa bahay lang kayo, pero ayun, pwede kayong mag-apply, no? All you have to do is to log on sa PLEIS, no, place.laguna.gov.ph, no, gumawa kayo ng account, kompletuhin yung profile ninyo, and then makikita nyo na yung mga job vacancies na available dun sa portal, no, sa online job portal, at pwede kayong mag-apply, depende dun sa kung match sa inyong qualifications yung requirements ng job vacancies. Now, in relation to job fair, no, itong ating online job portal, naging posible, no, ang pagbibigay natin ng job fair ngayong kahit pandemya, no, panahon ng pandemya, dahil dito sa online job portal. Dahil isinagawa natin kauna-unahang virtual job fair, no? Nung Labor Day, nung May 1. Kaya na tinawag namin Labor Day Virtual Job Fair. It's the very first, no, virtual job fair na nilunsad natin na kung saan ay naging matagumpay dahil sa tulong nitong ating na-develop na online job portal na to na Place, no? Dahil lahat ng application ay pinadaan sa Place, no? Lahat ng job vacancy ay nakapost sa Place. Now, therefore, nung tinipon namin itong 20 company sa isang venue na kung saan ay ginamit din namin ang Zoom app, no? Para matipon tong mga company na to. Nagkaroon man kami ng technical difficulties. Alam niyo naman dahil kauna-unahan nga, so hindi maiiwasan na magkaroon ng technical difficulties. Ganun pa man, no? Naging matagumpay pa rin. Na-address namin itong mga issues na to. Naging matagumpay ang pagsasagawa nito. Ang katunayan, dun sa mga 600, no? Gawin nyo, 600 nakapag-apply, no? Na through Place sa ating online job portal at na-interview, no? During that day, na-interview ng mga companies and at ang katibayan ng pagiging successful nito ay mayroong na hired on the spot, no? May hats tayo na 20%, 21% actually, no, ang na-hired on the spot, and it's a very good indicator na successful yung ating virtual kauna-unahang virtual job fair, and makakaasa kayo na ito ay magiging regular ng services na may offer ng peso, no, sa ating mga Lagunense, no, dahil siya magiging matagumpay. So ngayon ang pag-a-apply nyo na at pag-i-interview sa inyo ng mga company ay magiging madali na. Nasa comfort na lang ng mga bahay ninyo, hindi na kayo para umalis, maligo lang, magbihis, maganda sa interview, no? Mag-apply, of course, gamit ang Place. Therefore, with God's grace, matanggap kayo sa trabaho, no? So, yun. And then we have certain types of job seekers din. May mga special functions kami for certain types of job seekers like SPES or Special Program for Employment of Students. So, ano pa itong SPES na to? This is not a grant, hindi ito scholarship. This is employment. Nakalagay, Special Program for Employment of Students. Ibig sabihin, magtatrabaho ang estudyante, no? Dahil ang mga qualified dito ay 15 years old and above na nag-aaral na of course, estudyante, no? Nag-aaral. So, ang allowed naman, no? Ang legal age na ngayon na ina-allow ng ating batas ay na magtrabaho ay 15 years old, no? Para sa inyong kaalaman. Yun nga lang itong mga 15 years old to 17 years old, no? Although allowed sila magtrabaho, hindi sila pwedeng sa mga trabahong mga hazardous, no? So, ina-allow lang sa medyo safe na trabaho, no? Now, since qualified ang 15 years old, no, yung mga estudyante natin, no, pwede sila mag-avail, no, mag-apply ng pagiging SPES. Hindi rin natin ito na isagawa ng nakaraang taon dahil sa sobrang higpit ng ating lituntunin para sa pagsunod sa protocol, no, maging ligtas sa mga tao against COVID. So pero ngayon, no, nagawa natin ng paraan since medyo nagluwag ng konti ang ating ATF sa kanilang protocol, at ito ay ngayon isasagawa natin ng SPES. Yun nga lang may certain limitations like yung age lang na inalaw natin na matanggap sa ating SPES ay ang 21 years old pataas, no, which is yun lang din yung allowed ng IATF para makalabas, no, 21 years old to 30 years old. So yun, nakapili na tayo ng beneficiary at nag-start na rin ngayon ang SPES program natin. Dahil ito ay employment, no, after 20 days na nagtatrabaho ka, of course, makakakuha ka ng sweldo. At since ito ay, sabi nga, employment pa rin, no, magagamit mo ito sa iyong resume, may ilalagay mo sa work experience ang pagtatrabaho bilang SPES. No? So magandang yung pagka-graduate mo, meron ka ng work experience kasi di ba may mga company na mag-a-apply ka pa lang, fresh graduate ka, tapos yung mga requirements nila, may experience na kailangan. So paano nangyari yun? Fresh graduate ka nga, tapos kailangan may experience ka sa trabaho. Paano nangyari yun? So ang sa tulong ng SPES, no, ilalagay mo ngayon na work experience mo yun. So di ba mas maganda yung naging bahagi ka ng programang ito dahil
Hello, sir. I think we're having some technical issues. Medyo nawala po ang Engineer Rodson po. All right, so while waiting for Sir Rodson, I think you could actually visit their website. It's actually in small letters. We have here the pleis.laguna.gov.ph. You could actually visit this website, my dear learners, my dear students of the Sabanya Senior High School, and check more informations about their programs, particularly I think on the special program for employment of students.
Okay,
Go
sorry
ahead.
na disconnect, no? So ganun
Okay,
talaga
sir.
na pag live, kakaroon din tayo ng technical
Alright,
difficulty.
okay lang po, sir.
Okay na ngayon, so na-reconnect na ako. So okay,
Alright.
let's proceed. Next slide please. So yun nga nabanggit ko yung manpower supply sa left side ninyo. Makikita niyo yung manpower supply, which is yun yung mga job seekers na nagbibigay sa amin ng resume nila looking for job. Now sa right side niyo naman makikita niyo yung okay. So sa bandang kanan niyo naman makikita niyo yung manpower demand, no? Yung manpower demand, ito yung mga job vacancy ng mga company. So anong nature ng peso, anong ginagawa ng peso sa between this manpower supply and manpower demand. So makikita niyo ang peso nagbi-bridge, no, between manpower supply and manpower demand, like job vacancy solicitation, job matching, referral placement, labor market information, provision of career coaching, employment coaching, provision for livelihood assistance, and reintegration services for OFWs. So makikita niyo dyan, meron din provision for livelihood assistance. Now, ang peso, all kinds of employment ay kinikater ng peso, like first, no, yung wage employment, no, para magkatrabaho ang mga job seekers doon sa mga company, no? But then meron din tayong tinatawag na self-employment, no? Still employment pa rin yan, nakini-cater pa rin ng peso, sinusuportahan ng peso, kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng provision for livelihood assistance, no? And then hindi rin natin kinakalimutan yung mga kababayan nating OFWs, no? Lalo na ngayong panahon ng pandemya na kung saan sila ay naapektuhan, no? Nawalan ng trabaho, biglang nawalan ng trabaho dahil ang mga company pinagtatrabuhan nila ay biglang nagsara dahil naapektuhan din ng pandemya. So wala silang nagawa kundi sa pilitang napauwi dito sa Pilipinas, na repatriate sila, and therefore binibigyan din natin sila ng mga reintegration services. Minsan yung mga distress OFW natin, binibigyan din natin sila ng financial assistance, hindi man ganun kalakihan, but still, no, makakatulong pa rin sa kanilang pagsisimula kahit paano. So yan po yung nature ng peso. Next slide please. Now, sino-sino ba yung mga peso clients? So, maraming kliyente ang peso. Sige po, pakita na po natin lahat. So, nandiyan ang job seekers, employers, migratory workers, returning OFWs, planners and researchers, NGOs, foundations, students, out-of-school youths, at meron pa pong mga displaced workers, persons with disabilities, and labor market information users. So, makikita nyo, napakarami ng kliyente ng peso, no? So lahat ng yan, kinikater namin, at lahat ng mga lumalapit sa aming mga kliyente niyan ay nakatanggap ng libreng servisyo mula sa peso. Next slide please. So life skills. So now, alam niyo na yung peso, no? I hope na naintindihan niyo yung aming opisina, kung ano na ngayon anong functions and services ng aming opisina. To simplify it, no, para mas madali ninyong matandaan ang peso. Ang peso nga, sabi ko nga, nasa bawat municipality, bawat city, ang kanya-kanyang peso. Now, kapag kayo ay gumraduate at nagbalak na kayong maghanap ng trabaho, simple lang gagawin nyo, pumunta sa peso. No? At doon matutulungan kayo ng peso, makakuha ng trabaho. Hindi ang peso ang nagbibigay ng trabaho, kundi tumutulong ang peso sa paghahanap ninyo ng pagkuha ninyong trabaho, ano? Doon tumutulong ang peso. Now, sabi nga kanina, no, sa recap, sabi nga napakapalad nga daw ng mga estudyante ngayon dahil meron ganitong employment career employment coaching, no? Pero napakapalad din ng mga kabataan ngayon, no? Ang panahon ngayon na after graduation na andyan ang peso. Merong peso na tutulong sa inyo, no? Sa paghahanap ninyo ng trabaho. Nung panahon ko, sige sabihin na natin yung example na panahon ko, after graduation, kanya-kanya kaming diskarte ng application. So, pupunta sa mga kumpanya, mag-apply, magka-company hopping, no? Hindi mo alam kung ano bang mangyayari sa application mo. Walang nagsasabi kung ano dapat mong gawin. No, pero ngayon, naandyan ang peso, no, ang gobyerno, para tumulong sa mga fresh graduate na gustuhan na nila mag-apply ng trabaho, lalapit lang sila sa peso, matutulungan sila nito. So yun lang yun, ganun lang kasimple para mas madali nyo matandaan kung ano ba ang peso, lalong-lalo na sa inyo na mga gagraduate. No? Dahil nga daw ang grade 12, sabi nga ng K-12 program, no, ay pwede na magtrabaho after graduation. No? So, now that we are done with the peso introduction, let's proceed to the life skills. So, ano ba yung life skills? No? Ano bang kinalaman nito sa buhay natin? Sabi dito, life skills are defined as a group of psychosocial competencies and interpersonal skills that help people make informed decisions and cope with and manage their lives in a healthy and productive manner, such as like solve problems, think critically and creatively, communicate effectively, build healthy relationships, empathize with others. Makikita nyo, ang pinaka keyword dito ay help people make informed decisions. So, yun yung life skills. No? Lalo-lalo sa panahon sa inyong stage, sa stage ng buhay nyo ngayon, yung mga grade 12, you will make informed decisions to choose kung ano ba yung career na nararapat sa inyo. No? At walang ibang magdi-design yan kundi kayo. Hindi ang parents ninyo, hindi ang teachers ninyo, hindi ang mga kaibigan ninyo, walang iba kundi kayo ang magdi-design yan. No? At yung life skills, napaka-importante for you to make informed decisions. No? Dahil itong mga life skills nito will help you solve problems, think critically. Sabi nga, no? Hindi lang basta mag-isip, kailangan critical and creative thinking. Communicate effectively. No? Paano ba makapag-communicate effectively? I will dig deeper on this sa mga susunod na mga slides. Then build healthy relationships and empathize with others. So next slide please. So sabi dito, life skills be directed toward personal actions or actions toward others, as well as toward actions to change the surrounding environment to make it conducive to health. See, lalong-lalo na ngayon, panahon ng pandemya, may actions tayo dapat to change the surrounding environment to make it conducive to health, no? Lalo-lalo sa panahon ngayon na realize ng tao na health is wealth, no? Walang katumbas na kahit anong salapi ang ating kalusugan, no? So yun, so life skills is very important sa panahon ngayon. Next slide please. So life skills offers youth the emotional, social and intellectual tools needed to achieve success in life on a personal level and on interpersonal level and within their community and workplace, no? So kung makikita niyo diyan, holistic yung approach ng life skills, no? Dahil sa personal, ang gagamit ng life skills, sa interpersonal, gagamit din, and sa community nyo, no? Sa surrounding, sa environment. So next slide please. Self-awareness sa personal aspect, no? Stress management. So ano ba yung stress management, no? Dapat ngayong panahon to lalong-lalo na, no, nakakaranas tayo ng stress, no? Dahil sa loob lang tayo ng bahay natin, no? Hindi tayo nakakalabas masyado ang mga estudyante ngayon, no? Therefore may mga iba't ibang mga stress na tayo nararanasan. Paano ba natin muna-manage to? No? Yung emotional regulations natin, nagkakaroon tayo iba't ibang mga emotional issues, no? Nare-regulate ba natin siya? And then of course kailangan yan sa lahat ay yung positive thinking. Sa panahon ngayon, no, napaka-importante na positibo ang ating approach sa buhay. No? Sabi nga, no, dapat positibo sa buhay, negatibo sa COVID. No? Medyo yung positive, medyo nakakaroon tayo ng ano dyan maling ano dyan, ito, parang nagkaka-phobia tayo kasi hindi natin gusto marinig yung positive, lalo-lalo na sa panahon ng COVID ngayon. No? Pero sabi nga, no, ang maging positibo sa buhay, yun ang kailangan natin ngayon. No? At of course, yung self-esteem, yung ating self-confidence, tiwala natin sa sarili natin. So, ayun yung skills, no? Life skills sa personal na level. Now, sa interpersonal skills, no? Yung empathy. Napaka-importante ng empathy, no? Yung kaya mo ilagay yung sarili mo sa katauhan ng iba, nang sa ganun mas madali mo siyang maintindihan, mas maunawaan mo siya, mas nagiging sensitibo ka sa kanyang nararamdaman, and therefore mas nasusuportahan mo siya, mas natutulungan mo siya. Listening skills, no? Napaka-importante rin yan. Dahil mga kabataan ngayon, sabi nga, parang nawawala na ng listening skills. Dahil ilang beses nang inuutusan ng magulang, para bang walang naririnig. No? Nawawala yung listening skills. Sabi nga, iba yung naririnig, iba yung nakikinig. No? Yung nakikinig ay nauunawaan ng bawat naririnig niya. No? So napaka-importante na marunong tayong makinig. No? Interpersonal effectiveness, no? Dapat marunong tayong makisalamuha sa ating kapwa. Kahit pa yan na virtual, no? May mga etiquette tayong dapat na malaman sa pakikipag-ugnayan sa iba't ibang tao, mga virtual man yan, no? Of course, lalong-lalo na sa actual, no? Pakikipag-ugnayan, no? Sa ngayon, nagagawa natin mostly ang pakikipag-ugnayan natin sa ating mga magulang, sa ating mga kapatid, sa ating mga kamag-anak, dahil yung nagagawa natin ng personal, dahil nakakalabas ng bahay, pero ang marami natin nagagawa naman ay virtual na relationship, no? So dapat marunong din tayo ng makipag-ugnayan sa virtual. Now, may mga hindi maiwasan na pagkakataon na nagkakaroon tayo ng mga disputes. So paano ba natin na-handle itong disputes na to, no? Yung iba, pag mayroong mga dispute, no, doon din dinadaing sa online, no, sa social media. Ganun ba dapat natin ma-handle yung dispute na doon nag-aaway, doon nagtatalo sa social media? So may mga dapat din tayong mga kaalaman, no, dapat sundin sa pag-handle ng dispute. Hinaharap ba natin ito head-on o ito ba na tinatakbuhan natin? Meron din tayong tinatawag na managing relationships and confident communication. Now, yung communication, no? Now, sa communication, nakalagay dito, confident communication. So, hindi lang basta communication, hindi lang makikipag-ugnayan, makikipag-usap, kailangan confident ka rin. So, kailangan may conviction ng bawat sinasabi mo, kailangan alam mo yung sinasabi mo. So, may kinalaman din to sa, of course, sa self-esteem. So, kung meron kang tiwala sa sarili, of course, yung pakikipag-usap mo din, no? May confidence ka din sa pag-usap mo. And then, thinking skills. Kung makikita mo dito, may goal setting. So, kayo bilang grade 12, no? I hope meron na kayong goals na nakaset sa inyo, no? Kasi ito na yung kumbaga gagabay sa inyo itong goal na to, no? Kung ano yung gusto niyo mangyari sa buhay niyo 5 years from now, 10 years from now, or 15 years from now, no? Dahil pipili kayo ng career ninyo, no? At yung career na yun ay dapat may kaugnayan din sa goal, sa ultimate goal ninyo sa buhay, no? Kaya naman kayo ay magdi-decide, no? Yung number 12, decision making. Ano bang goal ang gusto niyo i-decide, no? Sabi ko nga itong goal, itong decision making na to ay kayo lang ang makakagawa, hindi ibang tao, hindi lang yung magulang, kundi kayo, dahil nga in the end it's your life, no? Buhay niyo yan, at kailangan magkaroon kayo ng sound decision, no? Para ma-reach yung goal mo. Pag-set kayo ng goal, malatagan niyo ng plano yung goal na yan, at nang ma-reach niyo yung goal na sinet ninyo. And then meron tayong mga diyan sa ating pagdidesisyon at sa mga goals natin na sinet, hindi maiwasan na maka-encounter tayo ng problema. Totoo naman yan sa buhay, no, na nakaka-encounter tayo ng problema. But then, paano ba natin ito sinusolve? Yung problemang na-encounter natin, no? Wala naman kasing perfectong plano, wala naman perfectong desisyon. So, from time to time, meron tayong na problema. Now, paano natin susolve itong problema na to? Through critical and creative thinking, of course. So, sa isang problema, hindi naman na isang solusyon lang ang na pwedeng sa isang problema. So maraming solusyon yan, no? At makakaderive ka ng maraming solusyon kung ikaw ay creative mag-isip, no? Kung ikaw ay critical mag-isip, no? Nakabase lahat sa mga lahat ng pwedeng panggalingan ng solusyon, no? And more often than not, nasa paligid lang natin yung solusyon sa bawat problema natin nakakaharap, na maging observant lang tayo, maging creative tayo, maging critical tayo sa mga detalye ng problema, no? Nang sa ganun mas mapagtuunan natin kung ano yung dapat bigyan ng solusyon. Then executive function skills and resilience, no? Yung resilient, napakakilala ng Pilipinas sa pagiging resilient, no? Bouncing back from adversity. So maraming unos ang nararanasan, maraming bagyo na dumadaan sa Pilipinas. Kung man makikita mo sa mga pictures, no? Sa social media, marami pa na rin nakangiti, meron pa rin diyan mga naglalaro kahit nasa baha, nagsuswimming pa, no? Napaka positive ng Pilipino kahit sa mga panahon ng mga unos, no, at problema. So nakikita na ang Pilipino, no, kilalang-kilala na ibang bansa na napaka-resilient, mabilis mag-bounce back, mabilis makaahon, no, muli. At kaya naman itong ating pandemyang kinakaharap ngayon, I believe, no, sa resilient ng ating Pilipino ay malalampasan din natin ito, ano, sa ating pagkakaisa, no, sa pagsunod sa ating mga sinet na rules, no, para masolusyonan itong pandemyang kinakaharap natin. So, next slide please. So, may dilemma daw na kinakaharap ang mga ngayon, job seekers ngayon, no, kung naghanap ng trabaho. Ito yung tinatawag na job skills mismatch. So, ano ba itong job skills mismatch, no? Palagay ko na malimit nyo itong naririnig. Next slide please. Next slide please. So marami pinanggagalingan ng skills mismatch, no? One is skills gap o skills deficit. Ito yung worker skills are not up to the requirements of the job. Meaning yung kakayahan ng isang worker, no, ay kulang sa requirement ng trabaho. No? Hindi sapat yung kakayahan ng isang worker. Then meron din tayong tinatawag na skills underutilization or overskilling. Arises when skills exceed those required by the job. Naman yung mga ang kakayahan ng isang magagawa ay sobra-sobra naman. Mas marami siyang alam, no? Pero yung trabaho na ginagampanan niya, hindi ganun kalaki ang pangangailangan do sa skills, no? So, yun, skills mismatch yun. Meron din tayong nanggagaling sa mismatch tayo nanggagaling sa qualifications, no? Qualifications mismatch. Yung isang qualification mismatch is yung over-education. So a worker has more education, qualifications than those required. No? Yung katulad na lang ng college graduate, yung nag-a-apply sa isang trabaho. No? Pero yung ina-apply niya, ang requirements lang ay at least high school graduate. So over-education yung nangyayari. No? Then meron din under-education kung saan yung worker, no, may fewer educational qualifications than those required. O may ang isang trabaho na nangangailangan ng isang degree course, pero ang mga trabahador lang na nakapasok o available na nag-a-apply ay yung mga nasa high school graduate lang, no? So lahat ng 'yon, no, kahit pala sumobra yung kakayahan mo, mismatch pa rin, no? Pag sumobra education mo, mismatch pa rin, no? Common, no, napaka-common na over-education ay yung babalitaan nyo o siguro napupunan nyo na rin, no? Ayun tungkol sa mga BPO natin, no? Yung business processing and outsourcing, no? Na mga company, yung mga call center. Makikita nyo, ang requirements lang naman sa trabaho sa kanila ay yung at least high school graduate, pero makikita nyo dyan, nandiyan yung mga engineer, nandiyan yung mga teacher, no? Meron dyan mga architect, may mga nurse, no? So may over-education, may mismatch na nangyayari, no? Pero sabi nga, yun ang pinipili nila over dun sa, of course, dun sa mga, kung hindi sila matanggap-tanggap, no? Dito, parang nakikita nila mas malaki yung sweldo, no? Although malaki man yung sweldo, ito kasing trabaho natin sa call center, may sasabing hazardous job, no? Dahil meron tong shifting schedule, may graveyard shift. At yun ay kinoconsider na hazardous, no? May epekto yun sa ating kalusugan. So next slide please. So research shows, no, there are 3 main causes of job skills mismatch. which is number 1, weak labor market information system, no? So pag weak yung labor market information system, hindi na ipapakita ng datos yung paano ba yung mga trabaho na available ngayon, ano ba yung trabaho na magiging available in the future, in 5 years from now, 10 years from now, yung projection, no? Kapag hindi napapakita ng datos ng maigi ng labor market information yan sa mga katulad ninyo na estudyante, no? So nagkakaroon ng job skills mismatch. Ganun din, number 2, yung job seeker's career preference is no longer in demand. So madalas mangyari yan kasi mga ano ngayon, mga estudyante ngayon, no? Kukuha ng kurso kung ano yung uso ngayon. Ano usong kurso ngayon? So mapagkakasunduan ng barkada, no? Ito piliin natin, ito yung uso ngayon, no? In the end, no? After nila matapos yung kanilang kursong kinuha, no? 4 years, 5 years after, no, hindi na pala in demand yung kurso na yan, hindi na pala in demand yung trabaho na yan. Nangyari yun before na naging in demand masyado yung nursing. No? Yung mga nurse naging in demand sa ibang bansa. No, ang nangyari sa Pilipinas noon, kahit yung mga doktor na, kumuha pa rin ng nursing course, no, para lang makapag-apply sa abroad. No? So therefore, naging sikat na sikat yung nursing course. Dami nagkuha na ng nursing ng mga panahon na yon dahil nga in demand na in demand. Then after 4 years and 5 years, ayun na. No? Hindi na pala yun yung in demand after 5 years. So yung mga gumraduate na nursing, so hindi na makapag-apply ngayon dahil hindi na yun yung hinahanap ng pambansa. No? Pag-apply nila. So napaka-importante, no, na ang ating career na mapipili ngayon ay make sure na ito ay may demand after graduation. No? Tandaan nyo na 4 years or 5 years yung pa ito matatapos. So yung kung ano man yung in demand ngayon may not be in demand after 5 years. So napakahalaga na alam niyo yung labor market information. Now, number 3, inadequate preparation, education, training, and guidance. So ito yung nakakapag rin ng mismatch, no? Nagiging cause ng mismatch, yung inadequate preparation, education, training. Kaya naman itong solution natin dito ay ito nga, career and employment coaching, no? Nandiyan yung malalaman niyo yung labor market information, nandiyan yung mag-guide kayo, no? Kung ano ba yung mga kailangan kapag sa pagpili ng tamang kurso, no? Mag-guide rin kayo if ever na maghahanap kayo ng trabaho, bibigyan din kayo ng guide and tips and tricks, no? Paano ba matanggap o ng mabilis mapataas ang ating employability. So yun, no? Next slide please. So meron tayong tinatawag na school to work transition. Ano ba itong school to work transition? No? After graduation, no? Sabi dito, it takes a high school leaver up to 3 years to find the first job and 4 years to find a permanent wage job. So 3 taon, up to 3 years bago makakuha ng first job ng isang high school graduate. No? And 4 years to find a permanent job. Wherein, kapag college graduate ka pala, within 1 year, no? Makakuha ka ng first job mo. In 2 years, you'll have a permanent job. So again, no, mas may advantage yung college graduate. Although, sabi nga, yung sa K-12, yung senior high school after graduation, pwede na mag-apply. But then, no, ina-encourage pa rin natin talaga na diretso tayo ng college para mas maganda yung ating mga opportunity, no, na makuha natin after graduation ng college. No? Next slide, please. May strong factors influencing school to work transition. Ano dito? Educational attainment, age, behavior towards job searching. Kung makita niya, naka-highlight siya. No? Babalikan natin niya. Family, social network, minimum wage, regulations and restrictions on employment arrangements. So, of course, yung educational attainment, no? Napaka-importante niyan dahil nakaka-affect talaga yan, nakaka-influence sa, malaking influence sa school to work transition dahil ang mga job vacancies ay may mga kanya-kanyang requirements, no? Education requirements. So kung high school ka, sa mga job vacancies lang for high school graduate, no? For college graduates, so yung mga vacancies naman na tapos ka ng college. No, yung age, nakaka-apekto rin yan, no? May influensya din yan dahil kahit pa ang bansa natin, no, pinagbabawal na sa ating batas ang age limit. So wala nang age limit ngayon. Ganun pa man, no, kapag nag-apply ka in real life, no, totoong buhay, ang mga company na yan, may mga preference yan, no, na prime age, no, kung nagkataon na may kasabay ka na qualified, no, at ikaw ay nasa edad 30, no? At ang kasabay mo nasa edad 50, of course, no? May preference ang mga company na pumili na yung nasa prime age yung pipiliin nila, which is nasa 30 dahil yung 50, of course, ang alam natin ay mas may age, mas may edge yung 30 years old, no? Versus 50 years old, no? And then family, no? Lampasan muna natin behavior towards job searching. Yung family, no, malaking influence din yan. No, kung minsan nag-a-apply sa malalayong lugar ang mga job seekers at natatanggap doon dahil ang pamilya ay napaka-concern sa kanilang mga anak dahil fresh grad, no, sasabihin na, dito ko na lang sa malapit, no, may kakilala ko, pwedeng doon ka na lang magtrabaho. So nakaka-apekto rin yan talaga. Social network, no, ng mga tropa, mga kaibigan, nakaka-apekto din yan. Bakit? May mga pangyayari katulad na lang ng mga 5 halimbawa, ito nangyari talaga to. May 5 magkakabarkada, no, nag-apply sa isang trabaho, isang kumpanya, ang natanggap lang ay isa, no. Yung 4 na kasamahan niya hindi natanggap. Alam niyo yung gagawin ng isa? Hindi na rin tutuloy sa pagtatrabaho, no. Kasi sabi niya, sige ito, hindi na rin ako tutuloy, hindi kayo natanggap. No, not realizing, no, na kapag siya natanggap na sa trabaho, no, nagtuloy siya, nagdiretso siya, ay pwede niya matulungan yung 4 na hindi natanggap, no? Pwede niya matulungan dahil nasa loob din siya ng kumpanya. If not do sa kumpanya pinagtatrabahuhan niya, pwede siya maging reference, no, na sa ibang kumpanya since meron na siyang trabaho. So yun, nakaka-apekto rin talaga yan, no? May influence din. Minimum wage, isa din influence yan, no, sa school to work transition. Usually yung mga fresh graduate natin, no, gusto nila sa Manila magtrabaho sa NCR, no? Sabi daw kasi mas malaki ang minimum wage doon, no, compared sa province. Now, not realizing na naman yung minimum wage sa NCR or sa Manila, na doon din naman nagagastos yung kanilang sweldo, na kung saan ang standard of living is mas mataas, no? Mas mahal ang mga bili sa Manila, no? In the end, yung nagtatrabaho sa province versus nagtatrabaho sa Manila after mga expenses, no, mas malaki pa yung natitira dun sa nagtatrabaho sa province, no, kaysa dun sa nagtatrabaho sa Manila. So kailangan mapag-isipan din natin mabuti to. And besides, no, yung mga nagtatrabaho sa Manila is masyado exposed sa harsh environment dahil nandiyan ang pollution compared dito sa province, no. And napakaswerte natin na taga Laguna na napakaraming industrial park dito sa ating probinsya. And then regulations and restrictions on employment arrangements. No? Employment arrangements, ito yung mga tinitingnan ng mga job seekers natin. No? Pag nag-apply, meron po bang, tanong kagad, meron po bang shuttle service ang kumpanya ninyo? No? So kita niyo naman, no? Napaka mapaghanap ng ating job seekers ngayon. Kailangan daw may shuttle service. May mga company tayo na wala pang shuttle service dahil hindi pa ganun kalakihan yung kumpanya, pero magandang kumpanya siya, no? And nasa startup business pa lang siya. Ang kagandahan nito na pag doon ka natanggap, no, at ikaw isang pioneer, no, wala man shuttle service yan, no, dahil dito siya malaki. Paglaki at pag-unlad ng company na to, kasabay ka sa unlad, no. So, huwag tayong mapaghanap masyado kaagad sa mga ganong mga napo-provide ng company kasi yung opportunity sa isang nagsisimulang company ay malaki, no? Pag-progress niya, kasabay ang pag-progress mo din. So, mabalik tayo sa behavior towards job searching. Next slide, please. So, sabi dito, behavior towards job searching is characterized by change, waiting, and uncertainty, no? So, yung mga graduates natin ngayon, mga gagraduate, mga kabataan natin ngayon, no, na magagraduate, no, ay masyadong sanay na ngayon, no? Maobserbahan natin, sanay sa baga na nakadulog sa kanilang lahat, no? Everything is given, everything is handed over sa kanila, no? Na kung saan nawala na yung patience nila, no? Nawala na yung ayaw na nilang maghintay, no? Naging mainipin sila, ayaw din nila ng mga pagbabago. But this, no, ito yung ma-realize ng lahat na everything can change in an instant. Hindi nga natin naisip man lang, ano? Hindi natin naisip na tayo yung makakaranas ng ganitong pandemya. Sino ba naman nakaisip na mararanasan natin to sa buhay natin? But then, naranasan natin and we have to change, no? We have to adapt. We have to be flexible, no? Dito sa nangyari sa atin na to. So, yun dapat na ma-realize ng mga kabataan natin ngayon. So, everything is about change. Nothing is permanent in this world but change. No? So, at kailangan matutong maghintay. No? Maging patient. Bakit kamo? No? Dahil yung mga kabataan ngayon, no? Pag nag-a-apply ng trabaho, wala pang 6 months, nagre-resign na kagad. No? Ayaw na dong mag-stay. No? Parang wala siyang future na nakikita doon. But then, makikita mo lang yung pag-grow mo sa isang company pag doon ka nag-stay ng matagal. Yung makikita yan within 6 months or mababa pa sa 6 months yung stay, yung makikita kagad yan. No? At kapag ganun ka, na nag-resign ka, kaagad wala pang 6 months. No? Since entry-level position yung pinasukan mo, paglipat mo sa isang kumpanya, entry-level position pa rin. No? Hindi ka naman na-promote ng mga panahon na yon, no? Dahil napaka-ikli lang ng stay mo. So paglipat mo sa isang kumpanya, panibagong kumpanya, ganun pa rin. Entry-level position ka pa rin. So dapat talaga yung galing. So, kung mapopromote ka, mag-stay ka lang, maging loyal ka lang. And of course, yung uncertainty. No? So ano yung mga hindi inaasahang pangyayari, dapat nakahanda rin tayo dito. No? Marunong tayo dahil marunong tayo mag-adapt sa change, no? Napaghahandaan din natin yung uncertainty na yan, no? Dapat ito ay ating hindi dapat natin itong katakutan, no? Na mukhang wala naman akong pag-asa dito, mukhang wala naman. So dapat maging ano tayo dito, risk taker tayo, no? Sa mga uncertainty na nararanasan natin sa buhay. Dahil ito yung totoong nangyayari sa buhay, no? So ang importante talaga yung behavior, no? Behavior ng isang job seekers towards job searching, no? Dahil dito magkakatalo ang kung isang job seeker ay magsasucceed o magfi-fail, no? Behavior niya as characterized by change, waiting and uncertainty, no? Kaya nga lagi namin sinasabi, no, sa mga career employment coaching namin kina-conduct, no, during mga face-to-face pa noong nakaraan, ay it is always 70% attitude and 30% skills, no, yung nangyayari sa totoong buhay, sa trabaho man yan o sa pang-araw-araw na ginagawa mo, even sa relationship, it is 70% no, attitude and 30% skills. Next slide, please. So sabi dito, no, meron tinatawag na top 5. May 5 behavioral skills na hinahanap ng isang employer or hirer sa isang fresh graduate, no? So ano ba itong top 5 na behavioral skills na to? Number 1 is willingness to learn. So after graduation, no, ayan, no, siyempre feeling natin accomplished tayo, no? Ang feeling natin alam na natin lahat. Kaya nga ako nakagraduate kasi alam ko na lahat 'yan, no? But then no, ito yung totoong nangyayari sa buhay, no? 30% lang, no, real talk to, 30% lang nung natutunan niyo sa school, no, ang nai-apply niyo sa inyong trabaho sa pang-araw-araw na buhay. Totoo yan, no? Hindi naman lahat ng napag-aralan niyo sa school ma-apply niyo sa trabaho ninyo, no? And therefore, itong pagtatrabaho, lahat yan is all new, no? Dahil totally different from school, no? So, dapat nandun yung willingness mo para matutunan yung mga bagay-bagay, yung mga bagong bagay, no? Kapag willing kang mag-learn, so mas marami kang matututunan, mas marami kang malalaman, mas marami kang magagawa ngayon, no? At may tutulong at maraming opportunity, no, na pwede mo ngayong i-grab, no? So dapat nandun yung willingness to learn mo. At sabi nga, no, life is a continuous learning process. Hindi ka dapat tumitigil sa pag-graduate mo, tumigil ka ng mag-aral. No? And then number 2, may initiative. Dapat daw may initiative ang isang fresh graduate. Bakit? Hindi lahat sa trabaho ay iniuutos. No? Dapat meron ka din pagkukusa. Yun ang hinahanap ng isang employer sa isang fresh graduate. No? Meron din pagkukusa. May, kumbaga, may leadership ka rin, no? Dahil may initiative ka, nagpupusa ka, ikaw yung nangunguna. No? So number 3, honesty and integrity. Of course, ito yung ating pinangangalagaan. Sabi ko nga, ito yung pangalan natin ang dala nitong honesty and integrity na to, no, na kung saan kahit mawala tayo sa mundong ito yung ating gustong maiwan, no, malinis na pangalan, magandang pangalan, no, honesty. Sabi nga, no, gusto mong makilala na ikaw yung taong matapat, no, taong may integridad. At pag nasa trabaho ka nga, no, siyempre gusto mong makasama sa trabaho yung mapagkakatiwalaan mo rin, no, taong matapat din, no. Ayaw mo na yung kasama mo sa trabaho yung hindi mo pagkakatiwalaan. At the same time, hindi yung gusto ng employer, no, yung kanyang empleyado, gusto niya mapagkakatiwalaan niya, maasahan niya, no, may integridad. So, number 4, self-motivated, self-starter. Yan, no. Paano ka ba maging self-motivated? Of course, kapag meron kang goal, may gusto kang ma-achieve, may gusto kang marating, mamomotivate ka na para mag-materialize yun, ma-achieve mo yung goal na yun. No? Napaka-importante talaga na ikaw ay guided ng goal mo sa buhay. No? Yun yung kalimitan pag kinokondak namin to sa face-to-face, tinatanong namin, ano gusto niyong mangyari? Bakit kayo nag-aaral mabuti? So, ang sagot ng mga estudyante, gusto namin makagraduate. No? Bakit gusto makagraduate? Of course, para makapag-kolehiyo, para makakuha ng magandang trabaho. No? Bakit yung gusto makakuha ng magandang trabaho? Para maging successful. No, in the end, alam niyo yung sagot nila, para makatulong sa pamilya. So, yun yung kanilang goal, no? Para makatulong sa pamilya kung bakit sila nagsusumikap mag-aral. No? Yung pamilyang tinatawag nila ay pwedeng yung pamilya nila ngayon, no? Or yung pamilyang bubuin nila in the future. So, kung yun yung goal nila, no, sa buhay, so, i-anchor lang natin lahat ng decision nila natin doon sa goal na yun. No? Ma-motivate tayo na ma-reach yung goal na yun. At magagampanan natin yun, matutupad natin yung goal natin. No? So, yun yung magmo-motivate natin sa atin, no? Yung goal na yun. And number 5, self-confidence. Now, ayan, no, napaka-importante sa lahat. No? Pag nakita ng isang interviewer, no, ang isang fresh graduate mag-a-apply, no, gusto niya makita ito may self-confidence, no, may tiwala sa sarili. Sabi nga, no, kung ikaw mismo walang tiwala sa sarili mo, what more, no, paano ka pa pagkakatiwalaan ng ibang tao? So, unang-una, ikaw dapat yung may tiwala sa iyong sarili. So, yun yung mga behavioral skills na hinahanap ng isang employer sa isang fresh graduate. Now, next, meron din tayong tinatawag ng top 5 functional skills, no, that na hinahanap ng isang employer sa isang fresh graduate. No? Yung isa ay behavioral, ito naman ay functional skills. No? Number 1 is communication skills. So ano ba itong communication skills na to? No? Parang medyo mahirap to. Ito yung kailangan na functional skills. Ito ba yung kailangan magaling ka mag-English? No? Kailangan fluent ka mag-English. No? Hindi ito yung not necessarily, no, ito yung communication skills na hinahanap ng isang employer, no. Communication skills, no, tatandaan nyo, communication is always 2 ways. Kapag may nagsasalita, of course dapat merong nakikinig, no. Yun yung communication, no. Now, sa communication, napakasimple lang para magkaroon ng skill ka na maayos na communication, no. Dapat yung napapahayag mo ay malinaw, no, naintindihan, no, kumpleto, no, nang sa ganon ay yung nakikinig sa iyo ay naintindihan niya din, no, nakakapag-respond din siya sa iyo ng maayos, na kumpleto at madali ring maintindihan. Ganun lang yung communication skills. No? Ang pinag-usapan natin ay yung verbal communication skills kasi meron din sinatawag na non-verbal communication skills. So yun, and number 2, trainability. No? Kapag meron kang nung number 1 nung sa behavioral skills, yung willingness to learn, of course, mas madali kang ma-train, no? Dahil willing kang matuto, no? And therefore, mas madali kang mahubugin ang iyong kasanayan, no? Maging trainable ka, no? Kaya dapat meron kang willingness to learn at tiyak na tiyak matetrain ka, no? Magiging trainable ka kasi what the mind conceive, the body can achieve, no? So yun yun. And kapag ikaw ay meron na develop na kasanayan dahil ikaw ay naturuan, na-train ka, mapupunta ka sa number 3 dahil magiging competent ka, no, sa trabahong binibigay sa iyo dahil may kasanayan ka, may skills ka, may kaalaman ka, natuto ka, no, and therefore you become competent, no. And number 4, no, problem solving and analytical skills, no, hinahanap rin ng isang employer sa isang fresh graduate yung marunong, no, bigay ng solusyon sa isang problema na kung saan na maaaring iba't ibang solusyon ang pwede niya ibigay, no? Dahil meron siyang analytical skills. Na-analyze niya ang bawat detalye ng isang problema. Therefore, nabibigyan niya ng solusyon ang bawat isang detalye na yon. No? So, yun ang kailangan ng isang employer. At yung mga solusyon na yan ay sabi ko nga madalas nanggagaling sa paligid rin natin, no? Mag-observe lang tayo, no? Think out of the box, no? Sabi nga. And then number 5, tech know-how, no? Napaka-importante niyan dahil ang technology, no? Walang ibang pupuntahan diyan kundi papaunlad ng papaunlad, to progress ang technology, no? Yung mga advancement sa technology dapat na kakasabay tayo. And then ito nga ginagawa natin ngayon, no? Dapat marunong tayo mag-operate ng Zoom, no? Marunong tayong sa online learning, no? Dahil ito na yung ating new normal or better normal, no? And therefore, yung mga kailangan nating kaalaman sa teknolohiya dapat nating matutunan, dapat nating mai-apply, no? Otherwise, no, maiiwan tayo at hindi tayo makakasabay. So yun, no, kailangan tayong updated sa mga technology natin na available ngayon. So next slide please. Life skills, no, soft skills and 21st century skills, no, refers to the personal attributes, personality traits, inherent social cues, and communication abilities needed for success on the job. So itong mga life skills, soft skills, and also 21st century skills pala na to ay kailangan, no, para maging successful tayo sa trabaho. Now, ang Philippine Talent Map Initiative, yung PTMI, no, ay nag-conduct ng survey, no, sa mga available workforce natin, mga naandyan ang mga unemployed, naandyan ang mga employed, no, at iba't ibang age group, no. Nag-survey ang PTMI. No, ito ang lumabas sa survey, no. Top competencies natin ay English functional skills, math functional skills, workplace ethics, and multitasking, English comprehension. So doon daw lang matataas ang Pilipino, no. But then again, meron din tinatawag na lower competencies that needs training, no. Alam niyo itong mga to, yun yung lalong kailangan natin ngayong panahon ng pandemya, no? Ngayong new normal. Ito yung problem sensitivity, decision making, no? Lalo na ngayon mga grade 12, no? Kailangan kayo mag-decide, no? At napaka-importante ng decision na yan, no? Dahil yung pinagdidesisyonan niyo ay yung future career ninyo. Innovation, planning and organizing, creative problem solving. So innovation, kailangan natin mag-innovate, no? Lalong-lalo na ngayon, no, na may mga limitations. Paano ba natin malalagpasan yung mga limitations na yan? Paano ba natin ma-address, no? Through innovation, no? Sa pag-iisip ng makabagong pamamaraan. No? Planning and organizing, of course, pinagpaplanuhan, lalo na kayo, grade 12, kailangan nyo pagplanuhan kung ano ba yung gusto nyong ma-achieve, paano nyo ma-achieve yung dinesisyonan yung career, no? Kailangan pagplanuhan yan. Kung medyo nangangailangan ng mas malaking halaga ang gusto nyong career, na pwede nyo pagplanuhan paano nyo makaka-acquire ng isang scholarship, no? Makuha lang yung career, yung dream career ninyo, no? Or dream course ninyo. Then creative problem solving. So kanina nga, no? So hindi lang basta problem solving ang kailangan marunong. Matutunan na kailangan maging creative tayo. Sabi nga, pagiging creative, ano, yun yung nag-iisip out of the box. So hindi lang kung ano yung nakalatag sa iyo na pagkukuhanan mo ng solusyon, ang doon ka lang kukuha ng solusyon dahil pwede ka rin think out of the box. Sa paligid mo ay pwede mo makakuha ng solusyon sa mga pag-oobserba lang sa buong paligid mo. Next slide please. So yun nga, no, may mga challenges na na-encounter tayo, lalo na kayo mga grade 12, no? Yung virtual world technology. So ano ba itong virtual world technology na to, no? Bakit nagiging challenge? It's supposed to be advantage sa atin to, no? Lalo na sa panahon ngayon, no? Advantage dapat sa atin to. Pero bakit nagiging challenge, no? Bakit napapunta sa challenges? Bakit hindi dapat sa advantage, no? Naging challenge to kasi yung focus ng mga estudyante ngayon na punta sa online gaming, no, na kung saan umaagaw pa sa attention ng mga kabataan ngayon sa online learning, no, naaagaw ng online gaming ang attention ng kabataan, no, sa online learning. So simple lang to, kailangan tayo magkaroon ng focus, no? Malaman natin, ma-realize natin kung saan ba tayo dapat mag-focus pagdating dito sa technology. Of course, dapat mag-focus tayo dun sa makakatulong sa atin in the future, no? At yung online gaming na yan, hindi naman sinasabi na bawal maglaro o wag maglaro, ano? Hindi naman sinasabi. Pero maging aware lang kayo, no? Mag-focus lang kayo sa kung saan ano ba yung mas makakatulong sa atin in the future. Of course, yung online learning ang dapat yung pagtuunan ng pansin, no? At yung mga technology na kung saan ay makakabigay sa atin ng utmost advantage. Then meron pa the emerging importance of life skills in the modern day workplace. No? Kanina nga na-define na natin ito. Sabi dito, life skills is refers to the skills you need to make the most out of life. Life skills are usually associated with managing and living a better quality of life. So they help us to accomplish our ambitions and live to our full potential. No? So yung life skills, no, talagang para sa hindi na sa trabaho siya, no, para talaga sa ating buong buhay, no, mabuhay tayo to our full potential, no, sabi ng life skill. So ito yung mga life skills, no, responsibility, cooperation, no, kindness, loyalty, compassion, courage, gratitude, honesty, respect, and forgiveness. No? Yung responsibility, no? Mga kabataan ngayon, dapat alam nyo kung ano yung responsibilidad nyo. No? Unang-una, responsibilidad nyo sa inyong sarili. No? You are supposed to be responsible for your sa pag-aaral ninyo. No? Talagang maging responsable kayo sa klase, sa online learning. No? And then may responsibility sa magulang ninyo, sa mga kapatid ninyo, sa mga kasama nyo sa bahay, may responsibility sa kapwa nyo, and responsibility of course sa bayan ninyo, no? So sana nare-realize yung mga responsibility na yun. Cooperation, no? I hope nakikinig, no? I hope nakiki-cooperate pa rin ang mga kabataan ngayon, no? Dito sa ating virtual career coaching, no? Career employment coaching, no? Yung iba hindi man naka-online ngayon pero hope mapanood pa rin ninyo itong at makiko-operate. Sabi nga, yung kindness yung susunod, no? I hope you are kind enough to listen, no? Kasi may mga ginagawa natin to. Of course, hindi to para sa amin. Ito ay para sa inyo, no? Para sa mga grade 12 students. No? Kaya natin ito ginagawa para mapaganda, magaidan ang inyong kaisipan sa tamang pagpili ng inyong career, no? I hope you are kind enough to listen, no? No? Itong panahon ngayon, no, itong ginagawa natin, no, medyo malaking challenge talaga, no? Kasi dati nagagawa natin ito ng face-to-face, pero ngayon, no, ginagawa natin virtual, hindi natin alam kung may nakikinig ba sa atin, no? Usap tayo ng usap dito, mga speaker, no? Usap, pero hindi natin alam kung may nakikinig ba. Mga estudyante pa bang nakikinig, no? Kung minsan naobserbahan ko yung anak ko, no? Umatensyon ng kanyang online class. Sabi ko, nakakaawa yung teacher nyo, no? Bakit? Kasi parang usap siya ng usap, tapos hindi niya alam kung may nakikinig sa kanya. No? To the point na magtatanong si teacher, anyone? Gaganyan si teacher. So, walang sumasagot. Hanggang sa biglang mapipilitan na lang sumagot si president ng class. Kasi siya yung president, so wala siyang choice kundi pwersahan siyang makasagot. No? Yes po, ma'am. Ganun siya. No? Pero nakakaawa din na tutuusin na usap na usap yung mga teacher. No? Ngayon nararanasan namin yung mga speaker, no? Hindi natin alam kung may nakikinig ba o may nagre-react ba o may natutunan ba, no? Ang hirap din, no? Yung mga challenge dito sa ating new normal. So I hope mga estudyante ngayon ay they are kind enough to listen, no? And understand. Loyalty, no? Of course, yung loyalty, no? Pagiging matapat, no? Sabi ko nga, yan din ang isa sa mga hinahanap ng kumpanya, no? Pagiging loyal mo sa kumpanya. Although hindi naman ito yung priority mong masasabi, pero yung mga nagtatagal ka sa isang kumpanya dahil ang kasabay ng pagtatagal mo sa isang kumpanya ay ang pag-progress mo rin o pagtatagal din yung career path, no? Career goal, no? Yung career ladder, no? Naaakyat mo din dahil sa tagal mo din sa pagtatrabaho, no? So yun yung dapat ma-realize ng lahat, no? Then kaakibat ng loyalty niya. Then compassion. Yung compassion. Compassion, yun yung kagustuhan mo na makatulong sa kahit sino, no? Nang walang hinahangad na kahit anong kapalit. That is compassion, no? Kung may nakita kang pulubi sa daan na gusto mong bigyan ng limos, no? Binigyan mo siya ng limos, hindi mo kailangan mag-selfie, no? Pakita sa buong mundo na ikaw ay nagbigay ng limos, otherwise hindi yun yung tunay na compassion. Courage. Ano ba yung courage? Tapang, no? Yun yung sinasabi nila, tapang. Ito ba yung magaling makapag-away o may mahilig sa basag ulo, no? Ito ba yung sinatawag natin courage? Now, ang gusto natin ditong definition ng courage, hindi lang tapang, no? Hindi, not more on tapang, pero yung lakas ng loob. No? Yung lakas ng loob, yung gusto natin i-define na definition ng courage. No? Yung kung saan meron kang hindi alam, no? Hindi pa alam na bibigay sa yung task, no? Hindi mo alam, pero meron kang lakas ng loob para subukan yon, lakas ng loob para pag-aralan yon, no? Na hindi ka basta susuko, na hindi ko alam yan eh, hindi ko magagawa yan. So hindi ganun, no? Meron kang lakas ng loob para mag-take ng risk. So yun yung courage na tinatawag. Then sumunod ay yung gratitude. Ano yung gratitude? No? Simple word, no? Gratitude. I hope na naintindihan to ng mga estudyante natin, pero hindi to kasi madalas na word na encounter, no? Yung gratitude, pero simply means, no? Thankfulness o pagpapasalamat, no? Ang tanong nga dyan, no, sa gratitude, kailan ba kayo huling nagpasalamat sa parents ninyo? No? Di ba? May mga nakakasagot, yes po, kahapon lang, kanina lang, pero marami hindi. No, nakakapagtaka rin, no? Marami hindi nakakasagot na mga kabataan na kung pag tinanong mo sila kung nakakapagpasalamat ba kayo sa parents niyo, no? Para ba nahihiya? Ang sagot nila, nahihiya po kasi. Yun yung kalimitan nilang rason, nahihiya daw sila na magpasalamat. Di ba sabi ko, di ba mas nakakahiya yung hindi nagpapasalamat? Saka lang nila marinig, so nga, no? Mas nakakahiya yung hindi nagpapasalamat. So sabi ko, sana after this, magkaroon kayong opportunity o take the opportunity, no, na magpasalamat kayo sa mga parents niyo. Out of nowhere, no? Biglang-bigla na lang sasabihin niyo, thank you, Nay. Yung magugulat na lang si nanay, pasalamat, no? So, magugulat na lang siya. Basta, thank you for everything. Kasi, alam niyo, napakalaking bagay, no? Marigan ng sa anak. No? Yung pagpapasalamat, no? Na-appreciate niyo yung ginagawa ng magulang ninyo sa inyo. No? Inalagaan kayo, naaruga, no? Pinagsisilbihan, pinag-aaral, nagbibigay ng baon, no? Kahit ngayon pagbigay ng baon, no? Pagkabigay sa inyo ng baon, thank you, Nay. No? So, ganun man lang. I hope na nagagawa niyo yan, no? I hope na re-realize niyo. Then next is honesty, no? So, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, no? Pagiging tapat. Honesty is the best policy, no? Yung pinaka-common na definition niyan or pinaka-common phrase, no? Honesty is the best policy. Pagiging matapat. So, saan ba? Kanino ba? Unang-una, pagiging matapat sa inyong sarili. Of course, no? Kung meron man kayong magiging honest, kung kanino man, walang iba yung kundi sa sarili ninyo. No? Kung sarili nyo na nga lang, hindi pa kayo magiging honest, ano yun? Niloloko nyo yung sarili nyo, di ba? So, be honest. First and foremost, sa inyong sarili. Respect. Ano ba respect? Respeto. Sabi nga, respect begets respect. So, kung hindi kayo marunong rumespeto, huwag na rin asahan na re-respetuhin pa kayo ng ibang tao. Forgiveness. So, ano ba yung forgiveness? Pagpapatawad, marunong ba kayo nito? Marunong ba kayo magpatawad, no? May mga, sabi ko nga, may mga hindi inaasahang pangyayari na kung saan nakakasama ang loob ka, nakakagalit ka, na kung saan after nung pangyayaring yon ay naninikip ang dibdib, no? Nahirapan ka huminga, hindi ka makatulog. No? So, nasa iyo yung burden, no? Dahil meron kang kagalit o kaaway. No? Yung pagpapatawad daw, no? Hindi mo ito ginagawa actually sa kaaway mo na pinatawad mo na siya. Of course, isa yun, no? Sa ginawa mo, pero more than that, no? Ginagawa mo yan sa iyong sarili dahil the moment na magpatawad ka, no, you are freeing yourself to that yung anger, no, sa sama ng loob, no, pinapalaya mo yung sarili mo doon sa paninikip ng dibdib, no, sa hindi mo pagkatulog, and therefore you have peace of mind, no, nagkakaroon ka ng peace. At kapag ginawa mo yon, no, ikaw ngayon, nawawala yung nawala na yung galit mo, no? Natulungan mo yung sarili mo dahil sa iyong pagpapatawad. So yung responsibility, cooperation, kindness, loyalty, compassion, courage, gratitude, honesty, respect, forgiveness na yan. Ayan yung mga life skills, no? Na hinahanap din ng mga company sa mga job seekers, no? Na soon kayo magiging job seekers. I hope meron kayong lahat nito. No, I hope no, itong lahat nito ay na-develop sa inyo, no? Dahil hindi, sabi ko nga, hindi ito tinuturo sa school, pero ito yung natututunan natin sa araw-araw. Simula nung maliit tayo hanggang ngayon, natututunan pa rin natin, no? So, kung kulang, sabi ko nga, dagdagan. Kung wala, magkaroon, no? So, yun. Next slide, please. So, globally competitive workplace requires students and job seekers to pay rigorous attention to developing adequate soft skills, which includes communication, public speaking, conflict management, human relations, negotiations, teamwork, planning, and leadership. Now, may mga top 10 soft skills tayo na tinatawag. Nandiyan ang strong work ethics, dependable, positive attitude, self-motivated, team-oriented, organized, works well under pressure, effective communicator, flexible, and confident. No? So in strong work ethics, no, mamaya I will discuss further. Dahil grade 12 kayo, and siguro iba sa inyo babalak magtrabaho, so kailangan nyo itong detalye sa strong work ethics. Now, dependable. Of course, dapat maasahan kayo, no? Kahit naman sa school, no, inaasahan kayo ng teacher ninyo na magawa yung mga assignments ninyo, mga tasks na binibigay sa inyo, mga projects na binibigay sa inyo, no? Ganun din naman sa kumpanya, no? Pagka kayo ay nagtatrabaho na, maasa yung kumpanya na yung trabaho na binigay sa inyo ay magagawa ninyo. Positive attitude. So, no? So, positive attitude. Sabi ko nga, no? It's always 70% attitude and 30% skills. Ano ba yung positive attitude, no? Now, yung taong may positive attitude ay yung taong progresibo, no? So, yun ang yung tatandaan, no? So, dapat talaga positibo ang ating pagharap sa buhay, no? Dapat yung mga, dahil itong positive attitude na ito yung mga katulong sa atin, no? Yung negative attitude, ito yung mga kapagpabagsak sa atin. Yun ang lagi niyong tatandaan. Self-motivated, tulad ng sinabi ko nga kanina, kung may goal ka, so meron kang motivation, no, to achieve that goal. Team-oriented, no? Sa inyong schooling, no, I'm sure na karoon na kayo ng groupings, no, at sa group ninyo kailangan you work as a team. No? Yung team nga, ibig sabihin daw ng team, T-E-A-M, together everyone achieve more. No? Yan ibig sabihin ng team. So mas marami nag-iisip, mas na-streamline yung idea, mas maraming gumagawa, mas mabilis na tatapos yung gawain. Organize, no? Yung organize. Bakit kailangan kong organize, no? Kasi yung ibig sabihin ng organize ay yung a place for everything and everything in its place. No? So ang organized na tao ay yung effective na tao at efficient na tao dahil kapag nasa tamang pwesto, tamang lugar ang kanyang mga gamit, no? Kapag kinailangan niya ito, madali niya itong nakukuha. Kasi ang isang disorganized na tao, makikita niyo, nauubos yung oras niya sa paghahanap lang ng kanyang kailangan gamitin. Ano? Kasi talatalaksan kung magkakahalo. No? Doon pa lang sa paghahanap niya ng gamit na kanyang kailangan, ay naubos na yung oras niya. No? So works well under pressure. No? Sanay na kayo nito mga estudyante, works well under pressure. No, I'm sure. No, nakaranas na kayo ng binigyan kayo ng assignment teacher last week. No, bukas i-submit. Ngayon pa lang gagawin, di ba? Sanay yung mga estudyante, ganun na ganun yan. Everyone can relate, no? Natatawa yung mga ibang estudyante every time na i-cite ko yung example na to, no? Kasi totoong-totoo, no? Ang kagandahan lang, ano, kahit nagkukumahog sila ngayong araw na to dahil sasubmit nga bukas, nagka-cramming, no? Nape-pressure. No, kagandahan lang, no, nagagawa nga nilang submit pa rin, no, on time, no, kinabukasan. So, ayun, kaya sanay na sanay yung mga estudyante. Nga lang kung organized ka, no, hindi mo na kailangan umabot pa sa works well under pressure. Kasi gawa mo na yung assignment ahead of time, no. So, effective communicator. Kanina na-explain ko na kanina, no. Ang effective communication is just the manner, no, paano mo nasasabi, napapahayag yung sinasabi ng malinaw, maayos, kumpleto, at naunawaan. Na kung saan yung receiving end, no, yung nakikinig sa iyo ay mabilis na naunawaan at nakakapag-respond din siya ng kumpleto, malinaw, no, at naunawaan. Flexible. Ano ba yung flexible? Ito ba yung nababali ang buto? Contortionist ba to? No? Kalimitan ito yung sagot ng mga philosophy estudyante pag tinatanong namin ng ano ba yung flexible. No? Flexible is just, ibig sabihin nito, adaptable ka. No? Yung kapag mayroong binigay na task nga sa'yo, hindi mo alam kung paano gawin yung task na yun. No? Hindi outright sasabihin mo, hindi ko alam yan eh. Hindi ko kayang gawin yan. Kung being flexible is yung lahat naman kasi, no? Sabi ko nga kanina, lahat na pag-aaralan, na lahat na susubukan sa being flexible, you try it first, no? Try mo muna siya. Subukan mo, no? Subukan mong gawin. Pag-aralan mo, subukan mong gawin. So yun yung pagiging flexible. Lalo-lalo sa panahon ngayon, kailangan maging flexible tayo, no? May mga bagay na hindi natin nagagawa, na nagagawa natin before na hindi natin magawa ngayon, pero through other means, no, pwede natin magawa. Just be flexible. No? Confident, no? Napaka-importante na may tiwala ka sa iyong sarili, no? May confidence ka. Dahil yung taong may confidence, no, yung taong mas napupuna, lalo-lalo sa isang interview. Kapag ikaw ay nag-apply sa isang interview, no, sa isang kumpanya, for interview ka na, ang tanong ko nga, kailan nagsisimula ang interview? No? Kapag ba nagtanong na yung interviewer, dun ba magsisimula yung interview? Ang sagot, alam nyo, nagsisimula ang interview the moment na pumasok ka sa interview room. No? The moment na binuksan mo yung pintuan, nag-step in ka doon sa room, doon na nagsimula yung interview. No? Bakit? No? Kasi pagpasok mo pa lang, ginigage ka na ng interviewer. No? The way you look, the way you stand, the way you walk, the way you dress, the way you talk, the way you make eye contact, the way you make handshake, even the way you smell, no? Ginigage ka na ng interviewer, no? Nuhusgahan ka na niya. So kung ikaw ay may confidence, no? Makikita niya, uy, mukhang matikas na tumayo ito, mukhang confidence, no? Mukhang ayos manamit, no? Marunong makipag-eye contact at firm sa kanyang pagbate at sa kanyang pag-handshake. So doon makikita na may confidence ka kasi kung taong may confidence, madaling ma-analyze ng isang interviewer na ito ay maaaring leader to, pwedeng maging leader. Ito ay pwedeng may inisyatibo. Ito ay pwedeng trainable, no? So yan, no? Doon makikita. So dapat pag humarap ka talaga sa isang interview, may confidence ka, no? Ay pakita mo 'yun sa yung interviewer, no? So yan yung mga top 10 soft skills, no? Strong work ethics, dependable, positive attitude, self-motivated, team-oriented, organized, works well under pressure, effective communicator, flexible, and confident. No? Next slide, please. So yan yung natapos na natin yung life skills and soft skills and 21st century skills. I hope marami kayong natutunan dun sa topic natin na yun, no? Sa discussion natin na yun. No? At isa-isip nyo maigi yun dahil yun yung magiging edge ninyo sa pag-a-apply ng trabaho kasi since yun yung mga hinahanap ng hirers or mga employers, no? Sa isang fresh graduate. Having that in mind, no, may edge kayo ngayon sa ibang mga job seekers na kasabay nyo mag-a-apply na kung saan hindi nila alam na yung pala yung hinahanap ng isang job seeker, no. At kayo, dahil alam nyo yun, pinag-aralan nyo, inayos nyo, yung attitude nyo, talagang inadapt ninyo doon, ano, at nakumpleto ninyo yung mga hinahanap ng mga job, mga employer na yan, no. And having that positive attitude, that 70% attitude and 30% skills in mind, no? I'm sure na magagamit nyo para mas mabilis kayong matanggap sa trabaho. And so we therefore proceed sa future of work in Industry 4.0. Ano ba itong fourth industrial revolution or Industry 4.0? No? Kailangan ba natin itong paghandaan? Kailangan ba natin itong katakutan? Ambahan? No? Para mas malinaw natin maintindihan, simulan natin ito sa first industrial revolution, which is yung mechanization. Ano ba yung mechanization? No? Ito yung introduction ng water power or steam power. Dahil mapapansin nyo yung sa unang panahon, no, makikita nyo sa pelikula, yung locomotive, no, which is yung train, Nakita nyo, powered ng steam engine. Nakita nyo sa chute niya na parang may umuusok. Puting usok. Actually, yun ay isang yun ay moisture. No? Yung lumalabas na yun, hindi siya usok, it's moisture. Now, doon nagsimula yung first industrial revolution, mechanization. The second industrial revolution, mass production, dahil nagkaroon na tayo ng steam generator, no? Ang steam engine, ikinopol to sa, or dinugtong to sa isang generator na nagpo-produce ng electricity. And therefore, nung magkaroon ng electricity, no? Nagkaroon na assembly line and mass production. Naging mas mabilis ang pagpo-produce ng mga bagay-bagay, ano? Ng mga produkto, lalo na mas kilala yung mga kotse, no? na mass produce ng araw. At yung Ford industry, yun nga yung nagpalaganap nito, no? Yung company ni Ford. Now, yun yung second industrial revolution. Then the third industrial revolution, no, yung mga industry, yung mga assembly line na to, mga mechanized line, no, ay inimputan na ngayon ng computer and automation, no. So may mga robot arm na, may mga motors, servo motors, no, na nagpapagalaw sa isang production line, no, na kung saan powered by electricity and programmed by computer, no. So nagkaroon na ng automation. That is the third industrial revolution. Now the fourth industrial revolution, no, sabi dito, cyber physical systems, no. The digital revolution characterized by a fusion of technologies that is blurring the lines between the physical, digital, and biological spheres, no, comprised of emerging technology breakthroughs such as artificial intelligence or AI, robotics, Internet of Things, autonomous vehicle. So makikita nyo, mayroon ng mga vehicle na self-driving, hindi na kailangan ng driver. 3D printing, nanotechnology, biotechnology, material science, energy storage, and quantum computing. So makikita nyo yung 3D printing, napakagandang technology niya, no? Napaka-advanced ng technology na yan, na kung saan kung may dinesign ka sa iyong computer, no? Halimbawa baso, no? Or mug, yung mug na dinesign sa iyong computer. Now, having this 3D printer, no, i-print mo lang yan, yung dinesign mo yan. And therefore, if i-print ng 3D printer, mahahawakan mo na ngayon yung mug na dinesign mo. Pwede mo nang gamitin, pwede mo nang inuman. Ano? Ganun kaganda yung technology ng 3D printing, napaka-advanced. No? Now, ano ba to? So ibig sabihin, itong fourth industrial revolution, no, ito palang ang mga gagawa na pala ng trabaho na ginagawa ng tao, ay mga robots. So ano pang gagawin natin? Ano pang matitirang trabaho para sa atin? No? So parang dapat ba natin itong pangambahan? Dapat ba tayong manggamba dito? Dapat bang katakutan at maya dahil dito sa fourth industrial revolution, ay mawalan na tayo ng trabaho and therefore mawalan na rin tayo ng silbi bilang mga tao. No? So, next slide please. Kaya naman sabi ng World Economic Forum, no, learning has to be more about the soft skills than about memorization of terms or preparation for jobs that won't exist. If it's about complete rote task, machines can do this faster and better than we can. So what skills should we be training and developing? No? So sabi ng Economic Forum, World Economic Forum, kung ang ginagawa ng tao na repetitive, no, routinary, paulit-ulit lang, no, kayang-kayang gawin ng machines yan ng mas mabilis at mas maganda. So, yung ginagawa ng mga operator na nag-screw lang, nag-assemble, kayang-kaya ng gawin ng mga machines. Ano pang gagawin natin? So, sabi dito, kaya naman dapat tayo mag-focus, no, sa soft skills. No? At itong tinatawag na ito yung mga 4C na tinatawag, critical thinking, collaboration, creativity, and communication. So, bakit, no? So, itong 4C na to, sabi ko nga sa inyo, ang machines, ang gumagawa niyan, ay tao pa rin. No? Kaya never tayo mawawalan ng trabaho. Hindi naman kayang i-repair ng machine yung sarili niya. No? Hindi rin kayang i-analyze ng machine yung sarili niya. No? Dahil ang mag-analyze ng machine na yan, yung mga tao pa rin. No? Kaya nga kailangan natin, no, more than ever, itong critical thinking. No? Nakakapag-isip tayo kung paano ba ito kailangan, yun yung nagagawa ng tao na hindi nagagawa ng machine. No? Yung critical thinking na na-analyze natin ng mga bawat problema, no, na pag-iisipan natin, no, dinidetalye natin, nahihimay-himay natin ano ang problema. For example, dito sa automation, no, kayang-kaya natin i-analyze through critical thinking, no, dahil may mga data na pwede tayong pagbasihan na dun gagaling ang solusyon sa mga problema. no, ay iba't ibang tao na may iba't ibang disiplin ang sasama-sama, no, para mapatakbo ang isang industriya, no, collaboration. Ang mga tao nga ay kumbaga from electronics, nandiyan ang from electrical, from mechanical, no, nandiyan din from civil, magkakasama yan, no. Yan yung mga nagko-collaborate for the fourth industrial revolution, no. Aside from that, meron din tayo sa HR, no, nandiyan din ang nasa psychological, no, nandiyan din ang mga psychologists natin, no. Nandiyan din ang nasa medical. So, kaya collaboration pa rin yan. So hindi mawawala ang trabaho para sa atin, no. Hindi na dapat pangambahan dito sa fourth industrial revolution dahil tayo pa rin mga tao, no, nag-iisip para sa mga advancement na yan. Yung creativity, napaka-importante yung creativity. Kaya nga nagkaroon ng fourth industrial revolution dahil sa creativity ng tao, and therefore, no, sa patuloy na pagiging creative ng tao, baka yung fourth industrial revolution na yan, magkakaroon pa ng fifth, sixth, seventh, no, and so on and so forth. Kaya hindi mawawalan kailanman ng trabaho ang tao, no. Hindi magiging irrelevant, no, ang tao dahil sa mga emerging mga advancement na yan, teknolohiya. So sa pagiging creative natin, no, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang magagawa natin sa future. Communication, napaka-importante ng communication, no. Marami na iba't ibang klaseng communication na gagawa natin ngayon through internet, through cellphone, no? Through social media, through text messages, through call, no? Ang dami ng form of communication, no? May mga communications pa na bagong technology, no? Mga neuro communication, neurolink, no? Na tinatawag, no? So maraming klase ng communications. Now, ganun pa man, no? Yung pinakamagandang communication na ating dapat pagtuunan ng pansin, pakikipag-communicate natin sa ating kapwa, ano, na kung saan itong mga communications na to, no, ay nakakatulong sa well-being natin dahil kahit pa sa dami ng advancements sa teknolohiya, no, ang tao pa rin ang makakatulong sa kapwa niya tao, no, through communication, proper communication, no. Nandiyan ngayon nagkakaroon ng mga mental health awareness, no? And that is a form of communication, yung pagiging sensitive natin sa bawat isa, no? Sa pagdating sa mental issues sa mga mental health natin. So kailangan na andun ng constant communication, no? Sa bawat isa. No? So yan yung mga pagtutuunan natin ng pansin, yung 4C na yan sa pagpili natin ng mga kurso, no? I-consider natin ang critical thinking, collaboration, ano ba yung in line pa rin sa fourth industrial revolution, no, ng mga courses, creativity, no, communication. So yan yung mga consider natin, no, sa pagpili natin ng career. Next slide please. So, sabi nga relevant skills in the new normal is adaptability and flexibility, of course, no. Lalo na ngayon, no, sa pandemya, panahon ng pandemya, kailangan adaptable tayo, flexible tayo. Tech savviness, of course, dahil lahat na nga ay nag-migrate online, no? Yun na yung ating ngayon. Lahat ng ginagawa natin na conventional before, no, face to face, no, nagiging na-migrate na natin online, no? Kahit yung ginagawa natin na sa mga papel, no, ay more on digital copies na. Tech savviness, no? Creativity and innovation, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, data literacy, critical thinking, leadership, no? Dito tayo mag-focus sa leadership. Mas madali itong dahil na-explain ko na yung before. Na yung leadership, no, I'm sure sa isang grupo ninyo, kung nag-groupings kayo, nakakaroon kayo ng tuturuan, di ba? Pagka ikaw na leader, tuturuan kayo sa pagiging leader, pero alam nyo, hindi nyo na-realize na kahit sino sa inyo ay pwede maging leader, no? Huwag nyo isipin na hindi kayo pwede maging leader at lagi lang kayong follower. Dahil sa totoo, hindi lang siguro kayo nabigyan ng pagkakataon na maging leader. Madali lang naman maging leader, no? Kailangan lang may confidence ka at may goal ka na siniset, no? Para magawa yung task na binigay sa inyo, no? Bigyan ko yun ng simpleng example kung paano ba malaman kung pwede tayong maging leader, no? Simple lang. Sa isang school, no? Sa isang room, Halimbawa, merong dalawang magbarkada, dalawang magtropa na nasa likod ng klase, sa may likod na upuan. Ang biglang magsasabi yung isa doon sa katabi niya, "Tol, tara mag-CR tayo." See? May nag-leader, no? At sabi naman ng isa, "Sige tol, CR tayo." So may follower, no? So simple lang, di ba? May leader, may follower. So kahit sino pwedeng maging leader, no? Gamitin niyo lang sa tama, no? So huwag niyo isipin na siya lang siguro yung pwedeng maging leader kasi siya yung magaling. So hindi, lahat kayo pwedeng maging leader. Everyone can lead basta may confidence kayo at meron kayong goal, may gusto kayong ma-achieve. Emotional intelligence, no? Pagtuunan din natin ito ng pansin sa panahon ngayon, hindi lang importante yung IQ or intelligence quotient, pero napaka-importante din ng EQ, no? Emotional intelligence, no? Lalo-lalo na ngayon, no? May mga na-encounter tayo na emotional issues, no? Since may mga limitations tayo sa paggalaw, limitations sa paglabas, so mayroon tayong mga nararanasang mga emotional changes, no? Sa ating sarili. Kung saan dapat marunong tayong maging sensitibo tayo sa mga ganitong emotional changes o emotional issues, no? Sa mga lalo na sa ating mga kakilala, kaibigan, no? May mga nagpo-post ng minsan problema, no? Sa social media na ipapadaan. So maging tayo dito, maging sensitibo kung sa ganun na matulungan natin siya, mabigyan natin siya ng tamang suporta, no? At wag pabayaan. So, emotional intelligence napaka-importante rin. Commitment to lifelong learning or lifetime learning, sabi ko nga, no? Life is a continuous learning process. Kaya nga ang mga hindi dun sa pagka-graduate, no, hindi dun matatapos ang iyong pag-aaral. May mga teacher natin diyan ay nagmamasteral, no? Iba nagdo-doctorate pang dahil kasabay ng pag-angat ng antas ng ating kaalaman ay ang pag-angat din ng antas ng ating level sa ating trabaho. Therefore, kasabay din ng antas ng pinansyal na katumbas, no, yung pag-angat ng ating trabaho. So, commitment to lifelong learning, no? Sabi nga, ang tao na lang na hindi natututo ay yung taong walang buhay, no? Kaya tayo, no, dahil tayo habang buhay din tayo natututo, habang buhay tayo nag-aaral. Next slide, please. So, bago matapos yung life skills, bago tayo mag-proceed sa work ethics, let me give you some quotable quotes for you to ponder. No? Create the highest, grandest vision possible for your life because you become what you believe, sabi ni Oprah Winfrey. No? So, sabi nga, no, kung mangangarap din lang tayo, mangarap na tayo ng malaki, dream big. No? Dahil sabi dito, what you believe is what you become, no? What the mind conceives, the body can achieve. No? So kung mangarap na tayo ng malaki, pero huwag mananatiling pangarap, ibig sabihin dapat tayong kumilos para matupad yung pangarap na yun. Next slide, please. So if you are not willing to look stupid, nothing great is ever going to happen to you. No? Paano ba to? Kailangan ba talagang mukha tayong stupid, no? It simply means, no, if you are not willing to take a risk, no? Dahil natatakot ka na baka pagtawanan ka, natatakot ka, baka kutsain ka, no? Wala kang mararating, no? Yung risk naman na yan, tinatawag ay calculated risk, no? Kaya calculated risk yung ito-take mo, no? So kahit pagtawanan ka sa simula, pero alam mo, dahil calculated risk yung tinake mo, ay soon magsasucceed ka, no? Kaya pagtawanan ka man nila sa simula, in the end, no? Ikaw pa rin yung magiging matagumpay. So hanggang doon na lang yung kanilang matatawa. Next slide, please. Life skills are art of living, which help us to draw a personal and professional sketch of life. So makikita niyo, life skills talaga, holistic yan, no? Sa personal man or sa professional, may i-apply mo yan. Kaya napaka laking tulong, no, kung meron tayong kompleto yung ating life skills, no, sa buhay. Next slide, please. So tingnan niyo to mga estudyante, hindi natin alam kung ito ba ay coincidence lang o sinadya every letter sa alphabet, binigyan ng corresponding numerical value like A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, so on and so forth. Pag pala ni-spell out natin yung hard work, no? Adding the corresponding numerical value per letter ng hard work, no? It will only give 98%. Knowledge will give 96%. Ito guys, tingnan nyo, no? Attitude will give us 100%. Kaya nga lagi namin sinasabi, no? Ang sinasabi na nga lang namin, no? 70% attitude, 30% skills, no? Yan yung kailangan mo para magtagumpay ka sa yung trabaho, sa buhay, no? Sa relationship, totoo yan, no? Real talk yan. Ayun, totoong nangyayari. 70% attitude and 30% skill, no? And of course, with the correct faith, no? Love of God, sa aking pagmamahal sa poong may kapal, no? 101%. So that's it for the life skills. I hope marami kayo natutunan, and I hope natandaan nyo, no? Nasa isipan nyo na ngayon ang 70% attitude and 30% skills na tumatak na sana sa isipan nyo dahil yun yung magagamit nyo sa pang-araw-araw na buhay at sa inyong career, sa inyong trabaho. And kung available ang FB account ni Ma'am Jane Corcuera, if ever you want to add her, and kung may inquiries kayo, makakapag-message kayo sa kanila. And so we can proceed now to work ethics. May work ethics pa ba, sir? Hello, Sir Chris. May work ethics?
Sorry for that. Yes po.
May work ethics pa ba, sir? Or
We're
life
just looking
skills
for your
lang?
presentation, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, so sige. So pasadahan na lang natin ito ng mabilis yung work ethics para sa mga susunod pang speaker. Next slide, please. So work ethics include not only how one feels about their job, career, or vocation, but also how one does his or her job or responsibilities. This involves, again, attitude, no? Behavior, respect, communication, interaction, work ethics. Ethics demonstrate many things about whom and how a person is. Work ethics involve such characteristics as honesty and accountability. Next slide, please. So, strong work ethics can improve your career. Strong work ethics is vital to a company achieving its goals. Every employee from the CEO, which is yung pinakamataas na position sa company, no, yung Chief Executive Officer, to entry-level workers, which is yung pinakamababang level sa company, must have a good work ethics to keep the company functioning at its peak. Work ethics is a set of moral principles an employee uses in his job. Next slide, please. So merong 5 factors, no, that demonstrate a strong work ethics. That is, number 1 is integrity, stretches to all aspects of an employee's job. An employee with integrity fosters trusting relationships with clients, co-workers, and supervisors. Now, the key word here is trust, no, trusting relationship. So sabi ko nga, no, wala naman tayong gustong makasama sa trabaho na hindi natin gusto mapagkakatiwalaan. Gusto natin mapagkakatiwalaan natin yung makasama sa trabaho. Ganun din naman ang kumpanya, no? Gusto niya yung kanyang empleyado ay pagkakatiwalaan niya. Next. Sabi nga dito, integrity, doing what is right, even when it is difficult. Next slide, please. Sense of responsibility. A strong sense of responsibility affects how an employee works and the amount of work she does. So sabi nga, no, pag nagkaroon kayo ng trabaho, may responsibility na naka-aakit sa inyo. At ano yun? To finish your task on time. To finish your task on time with good quality. So yun yung pinaka-simplest responsibility na meron kayo pag nagtatrabaho na kayo. No? To finish your task on time with quality. Next slide, please. Emphasis on quality. Of course, no, employees with strong work ethics care about the quality of their work. No? Dahil sabi nga, no, ang lahat ng ginagawa natin, dala nun yung pangalan natin. So dapat maganda yung quality ng ating ginagawa. Trabaho man natin yun o serbisyo, maganda dapat yung quality para dala nun yung ating pangalan. Ano? Sabi nga dito, the way to get noticed is to do quality work. Next slide, please. Discipline. An employee with good discipline is focused on his goals and is determined to complete his assignment. So, siyempre, pag may sinimulan tayo, no, we have to finish what we started. Kung ano man yung sinimulan nating goal, no, kailangan pangatawanan natin. No? Have the discipline to finish what we started. Sabi nga, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Next slide, please. Sense of teamwork. Sabi nga, no, kanina, na-explain ko na rin, most employees have to work together to meet the company's objectives. An employee with a high sense of teamwork helps the team meet its goals and deliver quality work. So, mas marami nag-iisip, mas na-streamline yung idea, mas marami gumagawa, mas natatapos kaagad yung trabaho. People who help each other accomplish more teamwork pays. No? Next slide, please. So, how to build a good work ethics? Ano ba yan? Mabilis ba yan? Madali ba yan? Mahirap? Step 1. May 6 steps lang, no, para magawa ang magkaroon tayo ng good work ethics. To develop a strong work ethics. Go to work on time each day. Of course, no? Kahit naman sa school, no? Nakalagay naman lagi sa inyo ang go to class on time each day, di ba? Sa school, ganoon din naman sa trabaho. Go to work on time each day. Bakit? Siyempre, pag maaga kang nakapasok sa trabaho, maaga mo rin matatapos yung trabaho. And therefore, hindi mo rin gugustuhin na malate ka lagi, ano? Hindi mo gugustuhin malate ka dahil kasabay ng yung pagiging late, ano, may epekto yan sa iyong sweldo. No? May bawas yan sa iyong sweldo pag ikaw nalilate. At kapag yan ay naging habitual late, lagi kang late, no? Hindi lang sweldo mababawas sa iyo, pero pati ikaw baka mabawas na rin sa kumpanyang pinagtatrabaho mo. Matanggal ka na sa kumpanya dahil sa late. Lagi kang late. No? That is step 1. Step 2. So write down your daily task for each day of the week. So pumasok ka on time, and then sinulat mo kung ano yung gagawin mo for each day of the week. Bakit mo kailangan isulat? Parang nang sa ganun, magkaroon ng prioritization. No? Lagay mo sa number 1 yung topmost priority, and yung pagkakasunod-sunod hanggang sa dulo yung pinaka-least priority. No? Bakit? Tayo bilang tao ay we have the tendency to forget. No? So baka kasi ang ginagawa natin sa isang araw ay yung least priority, at the end of the day, naiwan natin gawin yung topmost priority. No? So that is step 2. Step 3, improve daily. No? So sabi nga, no, we must aspire to be better today than yesterday. No? Sino ba ng ating kakumpetensya sa totoong buhay? Ang ating sarili. Tama? No? Kaya naman dapat natin nag-i-improve tayo daily. No? Kung nagawa natin yung isang task kahapon within 30 minutes, today, gagawin natin siya na within 29 minutes. So, merong 1 minute na improvement. No? Still, kahit 1 minute yan, improvement pa rin yan. At kung yan ay ginawa mong every day, for 30 days, yung 1 minute improvement na yan, baka after 1 month, no, yung 30 minutes mong ginagawa before, baka within 1 minute, tapos mo kagad. So, what you do today can improve all your tomorrows. That is step 3. Step 4. Complete projects and tasks immediately. Don't procrastinate. So, mahirap ba yan? Madali. So, kalimitan sagot ng estudyante dyan, mahirap. Mahirap kasi hindi alam kung ano yung procrastinate. No? Natawanan na lang kami. No? Actually, yung procrastinate simply means delay. No? Pagiging huwag tamad. So, complete projects and tasks immediately. Don't procrastinate. Sabi nga yung famous nating kasabihan, yung kayang gawin ngayon, wag nang ipagpa mamaya. No? Hindi bukas, kundi mamaya. Dahil yung hindi mo man pinagpabukas, pero mamaya ka naman ng mamaya, no? Tapos mo nga ng araw na yon, pero pinagmamaya mo, procrastination pa rin yan. So, complete projects and tasks immediately, don't procrastinate. Step 4. Step 5. Evaluate your work. To build a strong work ethic, you must identify your weaknesses and create a plan to improve on those weak areas. One of the best ways to evaluate your work is to create a list that summarizes the requirements and skills of your job. No? So, mabalik tayo sa step 2, nakalagay doon, no? Write down those tasks for each day of the week, no? So kailangan nating isulat. Bakit? Kasi sabi dito, may evaluate natin kung ang best way daw to evaluate is to create a list. So do not underestimate the power of pen and paper. So dahil nakasulat yan, no, nababalikan natin kung ano ba dun yung nagawa natin ng mabilis, natapos natin, hindi natin natapos, mga task na kailangan natin ng tulong, no? So yun, no, kailangan natin ma-evaluate para na sa ganun, ma-improve din natin ang sarili natin daily. So magkakakonekta yan. So that is step 5. Step 6, and the last step, develop a positive attitude. Positivity allows for motivation and high morale and promotes a willingness to perform at a high level consistently. So positive attitude pa rin, no? Attitude. So kanina ko pa sinasabi yan, and I hope, no, nakatatak na sa inyo yung 70% attitude and 30% skill. Tandaan nyo yung taong positibo ay yung taong progresibo, no? Sabi nga dito, positive attitude changes everything. And that is step 6 and last step. Next slide, please. So that's it for the work ethics. And I hope yung mga diniscuss natin about peso, about life skills and work ethics ay natutunan nyo. Na nakatulong kami sa inyong pag-decide kung mga career ang gusto nyo gawin. And I hope kayo ligtas na nakikinig sa inyong kanyang bahay. Maraming salamat po sa opportunity. Maraming salamat sa mga guro at sa ating principal. Salamat po.
All right, thank you very much, Engineer Del Mundo, for that informative discussion. You could actually visit I should say, their official website, the Peso Laguna website, to know more on their programs, particularly the special program for employment of students. So I hope for sure magagamit po natin yung mga nabanggit niyo pong mga life skills and behavioral skills ng mga ating estudyante po. For sure they will be utilizing these skills. Once again, thank you so much. At this juncture, we will now listen to the testimonies of our 2 invited speakers. Our first sharer this afternoon has a completed academic units in Masters of Arts in Education, major in physics, and a bachelor's degree in secondary education with the same major in the Philippine Normal University. He was an academic scholar of the OST Science Education Institute. At present, he is a physics teacher in Mentari Intercultural School, Jakarta, Indonesia. Also a grade level coordinator for grade 10. Everyone, let us all welcome virtually Mr. Vijari RVS Limbaco. Good afternoon, sir.
Hi. Hello po. Thank you po, Mr. Chris. And thank you, Mr. Puna, for inviting me on this opportunity to present to your students on the Career Guidance Advocacy Program with the theme Shaping the Future of LBSHS Learners in the New Normal. Okay, and of course to my brother, Mr. Amer Limbaco, as well as yung previous student ko na si Sir Panganiban. So, thank you. Ito na tayo ngayon. Okay. Anyway, so I will share po my PowerPoint. So I hope you don't mind. Oh, hindi po yan. Wait po. Where is it? There you go. Nakikita niyo po yung PowerPoint?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There you go. Thank you. Okay, so I hope our students are still there. Na nandiyan pa kayo. Stretch ng konti para inom ng kape or kung ano. Okay, so for this career guidance program, so I am a physics teacher. So just to give you, I will provide details on my journey on this particular career. So I hope that one will help you. So of course, I believe you know what STEM is. Okay. So, para mag-isip-isip ng konti, marami tayong mga idea about STEM, and we know it is science, technology, engineering, and math. Nakikita ba? Yes, there you go. Okay. So, and ang Pinas, maraming tag dito, marami tayong acronym. So have some brainstorming muna. Baka naman kasi ano na kayo diyan. Tagdan, let's brainstorming muna ha. So meron po tayo sa YouTube. Kung makikita niyo po sa chat box, pwede niyo pong gawin yan. Type niyo lang. Students, you are encouraged. Tingnan natin kung gaano niyo kaalam ang mga acronym. Okay, let's start with, most common acronym. So type nyo lang, kung ayaw nyo, kung nahiya kayo na i-post in public, at least isipin nyo lang. Okay, so start tayo sa mga common companies like GMA. So what does GMA stands for? Lagi nyo na, GMA, ABS-CBN. So kung gusto nyo type nyo lang. Okay. Kung pinag-uusapan natin ang area, it is the Greater Manila area. So basically, it's more or less similar to NCR. But if it is on the company itself, it is Global Media Arts. So meron pa tayong ABS-CBN. Meron pa tayong sa mga school, of course, UPLB. Alam niyo yung UPLB. Meron tayong ADMU, ADMU, Ateneo de Manila. Meron tayong DLSU. Sa mga Philippine government, BIFAR, PICARD, school, LSPU. So, there's a lot. Okay? So, dito sa topic ko is basically more on focusing on STEM. So, ito yung before when I was studying, it is only science and technology. So in 20 years, they already evolved. And it's a good thing because there is development. So STEM is a particular educational system, whereas students are being developed and trained towards this several aspects. In sciences, if you are leading towards to biochemistry or biophysics, hindi lang basta physics or chemistry or biology. There's always a combination. We have environmental sciences, hydrology, geoscience, and medicine, which is very important in this time of pandemic. So the technology, on the other hand, I've known many of my students here, my previous students, tends to have computer sciences, especially in the year 2000, because that's where the boom of internet is. We have in the industrial design, architecture, information technology, IT, and engineering. Usually we are familiar with mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, but we have more deeper there's a vast area of engineering that you can go into. Probably in the Philippines, we have limited offering, but if you explore more, especially in the digital age, there are a lot of engineering. Okay. So, and lastly, math, applied mathematics, data science, and statistics. So, as I mentioned earlier, this particular educational system or STEM education is an approach to education that focuses on the hard sciences. It develops critical thinking skills and improves problem-solving abilities. Nabanggit nga ni Engineer Rodson na we need to learn different life skills, and we have functional and behavioral skills in every work system. On the STEM, on the other hand, focuses on, of course, as emphasized here, on the hard sciences. But aside from the skills mentioned by Engineer Rodson, we need to develop more critical skills and improves problem solving. We are the problem solver in our system or in our nation. Okay, so just a quick preview. So I'm going to discuss 4 parts. I hope I would be able to suppress it in a 10-minute part. So bear with me if I extend. I apologize ahead of time. Okay, so for the career background, so of course, when you are young, usually ang naisip mo, gusto mo maging doktor, gusto mo maging engineer. Pero yung opportunity doesn't come right on. Especially when I was a student, I also studied in a public school. So the opportunity are really, really scarce. Kumpara, now I'm teaching in an international school, I see my students that are very privileged because they can study any parts in the world. So in our part, when I was studying, just like our students now in Los Baños Senior High School, medyo limited yung opportunity natin. But it doesn't mean wala tayong opportunity. So just to give you a little background, hopefully this background will provide some emphasis on the challenges, the struggle, and the opportunity that I grab along the way so that I be able to reach this particular status. So to start with, I study in Los Baños Community National High School. Kami mga taga-bundok. Okay. Lalakad kami ng mga 300 meters pataas, saka 300 meters pababa. But it doesn't stop me to explore. Actually, Los Baños Community National High School, ako yung isa sa mga student that were provided with different opportunities to join in environmental organization, where we connected to forestry. We go to flat tracks. We study some aspect as part of our organization. And of course, I'm also blessed, along with my other classmate in Los Baños Community National High School, to go to conferences and symposium. Symposium pa tawag nun eh. I'm not sure if it's still the same at this point. So, and strategically, ang ganda ng ang galing ng school namin eh. Kasi katabi niya lang, DOST. So, however, in a DOST SEI scholarship grant or DOST, para makakuha ka ng scholarship, of course, there are some protocol. And from that point, alam ko na, bago ako pumasok sa 4th year, or in your case, that is grade 10 back then. In your case, grade 12, bago pumasok yung grade 12, sa mga grade 11 nating student, I already explore it. And I prepared myself para maging nasa top percentage ako ng class. Kasi isa yun sa mga requirement. Okay? So, in that case, I submit our application, then lumabas sa lumabas sa dyaryo, Manila Bulletin, yung mga pangalan ng pumasa. Wala pangalan ko. So, then, nag-apply din ako sa UP, nakapasa sa UP, under forestry. So, doon pa lang, nasa linya na ako ng science and technology. Again, hindi pa STEM back then. Okay? So, nasa linya na ako science technology. So, I enter forest, I take some summer class in UP, then, opportunity knocks. Nakareceive ako ng scholarship, pero limited. Dapat pumasok lang ako sa Philippine Normal University with a specific course, which is secondary education, major in physics and technology. Okay? So, salamat sa teacher ko sa Community National High School, I be able to gather some idea. Yun nga lang, hindi siya sapat. Yung mga natututunan natin minsan sa high school, minsan hindi sapat kung ano yung matututunan mo sa university. At mas mabilis yung pacing. So, yung mga grade 12 natin na pupunta sa mag-university, siguro ang mga natutunan mo sa high school is more or less swerte na yung mga 50%. But, thanks to your teachers, thanks to my teachers, I was equipped with the skills to survive. Nabanggit yun with the previous talk sa kakahapon, kung na as long as you have that determination, diligence, you will be able to survive. So aside from UP, we know how prominent UP is, but I decide for myself, along with my parents, na kung mag-UP ako, I need to work hard because we still need to pay the scholarship, to pay the tuition fee. Sa DOST, even though they chose it for me, hindi ko ginusto yun. Wala akong idea kung ano ang physics. Hindi Hindi ako ganun ka-equip. Kaya, but I'm sure that I can finish school, college. So in that case, of course, may ups and downs. Come on, university, you're in Manila. There are many challenges that you will encounter. There are many peer pressure. There are many distraction. But you need to be firm. Okay. So I almost lost my scholarship because I got distracted. But once I come back strong in a way. Not strong enough para maging cum laude, pero at least in a way. So second year, okay. But comes third year, I love physics. I love education. And until now, I am an educator. Sorry po, hindi po ako professor. Educator lang po ako. Isang hamak na teacher lang. Professor has a higher higher qualification. Wala pa ako sa kalingkingan nila. So pag may nakakita kayong professor sa university, trust me, they have been through hell several times just to reach that. Pag may nakita niyo yung mga teacher niyo na mga PhD, maniwala kayo, hindi biro. Okay? So, then I was given an opportunity to teach in National High School. Okay? So, mga colleague ko doon, actually mga principal na, mga master teacher na. So, in this case, so just to emphasize, as a teacher, as in this STEM career, hindi ako scientist na gagawa ko ng magandang development. As a teacher, as an educator, we are the one imparting the knowledge. We are the one who are sharing the skills or teaching the skills. We are hoping that our students to get the skills ready for the science and technology. So I became a student teacher in National High School. Then after that, since wala pa akong let nun, I teach first in elementary for experience. Then I come back to National. Then I was given a chance to teach based on my performance, based on some performance in my in my college years. Na kahit may mga 70, nakapasa. It's on the work ethics. Then I be able to teach in National High research, physics, environmental science, and chemistry while doing masteral. Kasi pag nasa National High ka, the only way, one of the way to go up is to your educational attainment. So I study masteral. Then, of course, another opportunity comes. Okay, I got married. So even though I have security of tenure in a public school, I need to move. So it is what I would like to emphasize to our students is sometimes we tend to be kampante tayo sa lugar. Alam na natin yung pasikot-sikot. Pero if opportunity comes, always grab it. You will prosper. Again, I envy some of my colleagues na principal na ngayon, master teacher na, PhD. Ako, hindi ko natapos yung masteral, but we have different choices. So it's not on the end goal, but on the process. And I'm happy with them. They're happy with me. So yun lang yun. And it is your personal choice. So I went to Nueva Ecija. Ito yung hometown ng wife ko. Then I was given an opportunity again, and I grabbed it. Again, kahit may security of tenure na ako sa government, I went there as a part-time teacher. I teach in college as a lecturer. Then sometimes kami during summer, I teach with one of the DOST program, the Regional Science and Technology Center provide seminars or workshop to teachers that are non-physics major. So I was blessed enough that they like my resume, my CV, so they hire me. and I'm teaching, ano pa ako na, mga 2024. And I'm teaching teachers who's been teaching more than my age. But of course, that's an opportunity. You need to be open-minded. So of course, I teach in one sem, then I go to Science High School. And some of my students says, sir, sobrang strict nyo. Lagi ako niloloko na napalapit sila sa Diyos. Kasi, protocol ko, I'm very strict in the quality of their work. Come on, this is a science high school. So the quality of work must be developed as early as when they are in high school. And not all school, unfortunately, are given that opportunity. Actually, sa Los Baños Senior High School, you should be grateful. You are given this kind of opportunity how to improve yourselves. But in the end, it is your choice. So Science High School, while again, I'm doing my masteral and blah, 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 there's nothing for me to brag about myself, but I would like to brag for my students. In National High School, I knew some close students that they are already working abroad. And some are already teaching or working in the Philippines. And they are successful in their chosen profession. So as a teacher, yun yung goal namin. Okay? So, and I be able to, hopefully ako yun, dahilan. I be able to encourage them to take the science field. One of my students, I'm still having contact, works in one of the oil rig in UK. And whenever, magkano sa sweldo? Hindi sir, nakakaya po. Hindi nga. Sir, ano lang po, 4,000 a week. $4,000. Hindi sir, pound, which is higher rate. Tapos, mayroon pa silang hazard pay kapag nandun siya sa ano. So, that kind of fulfillment on our part, teachers, come on, my fellow teachers, you know that when you see your students. And senior high school students, when we see you, meet your goal, your teachers will be very proud, whether or not that they are the one who, but I believe somehow. Then just want to share some of from my national high school student. Some, after they study here in the Philippines, they're in the Philippines, they work, they get scholarship abroad. So there are a lot of opportunities. Same goes with my students in Science High School. Okay, some of them are doctors already, licensed doctors. They're already in the field. So STEM is not only limited. Actually, I was a little bit hesitant when they said I will talk regarding STEM, but I'm more on the field of education. So, but in this case, it is career development. So I think that's why I accept it. So each one of you, my dear senior high school students, you have your goal. And you are the only one who would be able to choose that. So in this case, balik tayo sa boring kong buhay. So in this case, I study, I'm already in the thesis writing. And I did data gathering, nakapasa na ako, ano na lang, final paper na lang. I already have 2 years of research data. But by back then, I'm very ideal. I just found some flaws. Bumalik ako sa PNU. I want to talk to my supervisor. I want to quit. So ito yung mga rock bottom. And I believe you might encounter that. Hopefully not. But when I did that, another opportunity comes. One of my college friends offered me if I would like to work here in Indonesia. Hence, I grabbed the opportunity. Imagine, I study masteral, final paper na lang. Nagawa ko na yung statistics, everything. Susulat ko na lang yung conclusion. I stopped. I didn't be able to finish it. And I grabbed another opportunity. Again, this is my choice. So, students, you have your choices. So, in this case, again, if opportunity comes, it is still your decision. So, in this point, I went here to Mentari. Back then, ang school lang namin, ito lang. Yung maliit na bilog na yan, nakikita po, di ba? Yang kapirasong yan. So, I annotated. So, yan lang yung kapirasong school namin. Ngayon, ganito na kalaki. For 11 years, I've been teaching here for 11 years with the same school because I still have some professional development here, so I don't mind moving. I did not move, sorry. I did not move. That's why I stay. So here in this career background, until now, at first I'm teaching middle school. I experienced diversity. Some of you would like to go abroad to study, to work, but expect that it is not the same as in the Philippines. So there is a diverse culture. They have a different language. Yung tipong nag-uusap-usap sila, hindi mo naintindihan. So yung ganong adjustment. But eventually, you need to adjust. That is what STEM tells us. It tells us how to be adaptable. It tells us how to have, to become a problem solver. I have a problem. There is language barrier. I study their language. I do not know their curriculum. It's way different on the curriculum in the Philippines. I study their curriculum. So in that case, adaptability is needed. Even when you go from your senior high school and go to a university, they have a different ecosystem. They have a different society. They might have similar to what you used to have or different. But you need to adjust. Hindi sila yung mag-a-adjust. Pag hindi ka mag-adjust, you might be kicked out. The reason why I be able to sustain my stay in Mentari, I used to be department head. Now I'm a grade level head. Next year, I'm going to become a department head again because, we adapt. We communicate, we collaborate. So that is basically, my career path. Okay? So pag nakikita-kita kami ng katropa ko sa national, tayo, wow, principal, big time mo. So iba-iba kami choices eh. Yung iba master teacher. Malamang kilala niyo yung iba pero hindi ko na banggitin. Pero marami pa yung nasa national. So yun yung kailangan yung matutunan. Paano kayo mag-adapt? Paano kayo mag-develop? Paano kayo maging critical thinker? What are your considerations? Now, as I mentioned, this is STEM. So in STEM itself, so as you can see here, is an approach of education to develop your critical skills. Hard sciences. Of course, if we're talking about sciences, engineer, technologists, scientists, and mathematicians, we have a different aspect. But since you are taking STEMs, I'm not sure to what path you are going to work, what path you're going to course through. So I try to look on what are the systems that you are having in comparison with the international. So I'm not sure if this is updated. So correct me if I'm wrong, but more or less based on the STEM subject, I got it from this website. So these are the subjects that you took or you are taking. And these are the basic of the sciences and mathematics. And these sciences and mathematics will lead you to become possibly engineers and technologies or scientists. So here in our program in our school is International Baccalaureate Diploma. This is well known all over the world. Oxford, Harvard consider this. Even UP, if you meet a certain number of passing scores in this program, hindi mo na kailangang mag-exam sa UP. Tatanggapin ka na agad. But this is not easy. So in this case, I will just going to emphasize two. That is the sciences, we call it group 4, and the mathematics, which is group 5. So yung natutunan nila ng mga bata dito or international, again, this is different countries in private school has this. In the Philippines, they also have this. If I'm not mistaken, Beacon Academy has this. So it's an international curriculum. Okay, so and it's not cheap; it's expensive. But what I'm saying is, even though you do not have this curriculum, but if you have the skill set, you would be able to understand it. But of course, these two, itong group 4, yung sciences and mathematics, ang ano dito, yung mga topics dito, when I look on the DepEd, they are almost the same. So, do not feel bad na Coma International School, they are on edge. Ang may edge is yung resilient, yung diligent, at persevering. Ang tanong, ikaw kaya yun? Isipin mo muna. Kanina pa ako nagsasalita. So I hope naisip mo na, kausapin niyo yung magulang niyo. Baka kasi hindi mo pa alam. Okay? Tingin ka sa salamin, mga ganon. Ang pinagkaiba lang is some curriculum, on this our curriculum, we have this extended essay, theory of knowledge, creativity, and service. So extended essay is like a mini thesis on your chosen topic. Theory of knowledge is how the knowledge that we are learning develop. That's why we have this kind of knowledge now. So exploratory lahat to. And lastly, creativity, activity, and service is, baka pagalitan ako ng boss ko. In simple terms, it's giving back to the society. So even though our students are paying high, they are required to serve other community, the poor, the unprivileged, and or show awareness. So some other curriculum that is of course American curriculum, AP, Cambridge Pathway or IGCSE, and EdXL. So you can explore this. Ito yung mga nasa junior high, senior high. Sir Chris, sabihin nyo lang kung within alam ko lumagpas na ako pero sabihin nyo.
Okay lang po, sir.
So on this case, yun nga, ulitin ko, ang difference on when I compare it, correct me if I'm wrong with my fellow educators, kung meron akong mga na-miss, more or less our humanities teachers will help me clarify things. Of course, yung difference na is yung more exposure to other languages. Because as you can see, some offers French, so it is a requirement. But I've heard Philippines will have other languages as well. I'm not sure if it is Mandarin or Korean. I'm not sure gaano na push yung news na yon. Then second is global perspective. So our every lessons na ginagawa namin sa klase, as much as possible, winirelate namin on what is happening in the world. In the STEM, what are the development? So katulad ng Mars rover, isa to to explore that further, kailangan yung magbigay kami ng mga tasks to explore kung ano yung Mars rover, ano yung exploratory sa Mars, ano yung SpaceX. Much more yung environmental studies. So, nagkaroon tayo ng issue dyan, nagkaroon tayo ng mga conflict, not only in the Philippines, but between private sector, government sector, and environmentalists regarding a particular topic. So, okay. Willing pa po ako? Okay pa po. Okay. So, yung environmental studies is to explore more just to take care of our environment. And lastly, cultural aspect. So, they study every culture as much as possible so that we have a broader perspective. I believe our humanities team, our teachers are into it so that our students are well versed on this topic. So there's only a little difference. So students, don't feel bad na ay ano lang ako, public school, then saan ako makagating? Public school student ako. Okay, from elementary hanggang masteral. Philippine Normal University is a public school too. So, it is still your choice. But of course, sabi nga ni Ma'am Erma Valenzuela kahapon, base sa kay Sir Alvin's na recap, is teachers and parents are always here to support you. Yung nga lang, paalam nyo naman kung ano yung decision nyo. Hindi yung basta, we are always here. That's why we have this career guidance. Now, moving on. Ito yung IB learner profile namin. Meaning, as much as possible, we integrate this in our lesson. And as a teacher, as a STEM, these are almost similar or just a rephrase version nung dinanggit or diniscuss ni Engineer Rodson. Because these attributes, etong mga characteristics na to, will lead you to master your life skills, your behavioral, your functional skills. Okay? Take note, yung nasa gitna, principled and balanced. You need to balance things out. And you need to be principled. Okay? Tanong nyo kay Sir Biko. Biko, right? Biko Soto, right? So, and in STEM, we always relate it to this. Your teachers, all the experiences that you have in senior high school, always help you to improve critical thinking skills. Some of your teachers, some of us are really strict because we want you to prosper para hindi kayo mabigla sa real world. Okay? Sabi nga nila parang masyado na raw pampered ang mga estudyante ngayon. No, I don't think so. I've seen some students na nagpo-prosper pa rin because they understand what is happening around them. So you need to be aware. You need to be open-minded. So we always integrate this learner profile in our teaching. And of course, you need to develop it. As a teacher, I need to develop it as well. I cannot teach what I do not have. Hence, we need to research. And that is what STEM taught me. Because it helped me. Imagine, tuturuan ko yung mga bata na high school para maging engineer, para maging doktor, which is, I do not have that capability. But in a senior high school, we tried our best so that you will have those skills to develop critical thinking skills. So, mga kids, isip-isip naman. Bawal mangopya. So, kasi ngayon, pumasa ka, pagdating mo sa university, babagsak ka kasi hindi mo natutunan yun ano. So, kailangan, ano yan, improve mo lang. Okay? Develop your own skills. Because at the end of the day, ikaw lang yung magdadala sa sa career mo. At the end of the day, with the support of your parents and relatives, okay, ikaw yung mag-proceed lang doon. Now, just more or less it was being discussed. So, sorry sir if I extend a little bit. Hopefully hindi lang a little bit. So, importance of STEM education. Okay, so for those students that are taking STEM, okay, you are needed. Okay, so in the education, it teaches critical thinking and innovation. I already mentioned that. So it provides us unique opportunities for teamwork. Okay, kung soloista ka, honestly, mahirap yung system. Sabi nga ni Sir Rodson, yung 4C, kailangan lahat yon. So hindi lang critical thinking, hindi lang creativity. Kailangan mo rin ng collaboration, saka communication. So it develops project management skills. My experiences in university, in my Los Baños Community National High School, my exposure to organization helped me to become what I am now. I manage teachers. At yung ibang teachers na minamanage ko tapos ng masteral. May PhD. Ako ay isang hamak lang po na bachelor's degree. But it is on the work ethics. So you need to be kind. You need to have those kind of characteristic. Sabi nga ni Engineer Watson, sorry sir, lagi ko kayong kino-quote kasi ganda ng presentation niya. So life skills, behavioral skills, and functional skills are all important. Kaya nga tinawag life eh. Whether you work, whether you study, whether you just buy fishbowl outside. Okay? So, if you will become a STEM professional, ito yung impact natin sa society. First, of course, we prepare STEM expert. As a teacher, I'm glad that I be able to help produce students or somehow help them towards this STEM. I have students that are engineer. I have students that are scientists. I have students that are doctors. Your STEM teachers, your teachers as a whole, matutuwa sila yan. Kasi yan yung price. Monetary mahirap pero yung makita na meron kang nabagong tao, na nakita mo yung improvement ng mga bata, malaking price na yun sa mga teacher. Kaya huwag niyo pahirapan mga teacher niyo. Pag pinasasabihin, pasa niyo na yung module, pasa niyo na. Kopya na lang. But anyway, going back. So going to the STEM education, so we prepare experts. Then STEM enhanced teamwork and communication. Again, collaboration and communication is the key. Okay? Hindi lang PM is the key. Hindi lang private message. It should be a group message so everyone will know. And of course, social awareness. You need to be caring. You need to know what's happening around you, both in our environment, both in our society. What's the point of us teaching you, or what is the point of STEM education making you critical thinkers kung hindi mo naman gagamitin? At ginagamit yan as part of the society, we should be socially aware on what is happening around us. And then, use all the information as a STEM student, okay? We are taught to follow scientific method. Hindi lang basta guess, hindi lang basta hypothesis, hindi lang basta conclusion. Kailangan you follow step by step. Kahit bumili lang ng phone I have a problem, I research, I background research, so I use that. It's a skill. And skill can be used in most, if not all, aspects. So, and lastly, sustainable solution to challenges. Kailangan yung mga maiisip niyo solusyon, as a student, as early as a student, kailangan sustainable. Hindi one time, big time. So you need to work on how it can sustain first, probably, your dream, lalo ngayon, sabi nga ni Sir Engineer Rodson, maraming mga OFW ang nawalan ng trabaho. And luckily, based on my performance at school, hindi pa ako natatanggal. So, those are the skills that you need to harness. So, we need to be grateful so that, and not just grateful, and not just privileged, na, okay, meron naman, nakakapagpasa pa naman ako eh. But use that so that you would improve your skills. So you will improve your knowledge and become wiser in doing or helping the society. Alam ko, kailangan mong ma-meet muna yung basic needs mo. But do not stop there. Our basic needs is just a start. So some of you are lucky enough to be able to finish, congratulations in advance, senior high school. Some of you might not go to university, have no chance to work, but not because hindi sila nakatapos, hindi na sila magpo-prosper. Hindi na kayo magpo-prosper. There are many opportunities. And I believe as a STEM, actually back then again, science and technology student, as a STEM student, okay, you should have learned all these skills and knowledge so that you will be ready when you go to university. So, some career paths, just to provide you some option. Sir, sorry po, medyo extension. So, here are some engineering, some information. Come on, mga STEM student kayo eh. So, i-google niyo yan. So, here are, sa UP Diliman, these are some choices. You can screenshot this and explore it. Some Minnesota State, these are just the list. Because there is a long list. Okay? Hindi sapat yung 2 hours for me to discuss that. And come on guys, grade 11, grade 12 kayo. I-google nyo lang to, okay? So, research is one of it. Okay? It's a skill. You should have learned that by this time. And here, scholarship opportunities. Of course, DOST SEI or DOST in general. SEI is Science Education Institute. Doon ako na paano. That's why I am an educator. Okay? So you can check this. I think they are ongoing. UP Diliman have scholarship grants. Okay, so explore that. There is a website in the Philippines. I just explored this one. There's a top-notcher website. Okay, na pwede nyo tingnan. What I would like to emphasize, and of course, bago ko makalimutan, yung opportunity na, ngayon ko lang din narinig yung peso eh. As presented by Engineer Godson. That is another opportunity. Okay? So, pag may nakita kayong mga tao na successful, swerte niya naman. Guys, ang swerte is nakakamit dahil hinanap mo yun. Pinagpaguran mo yun. They are there in that, unless, of course, anak ka na mayaman. So, they are there in that position because they be able to find opportunity. They grab opportunity so that they would be able to reach that goal. Elon Musk is one of it, the SpaceX. And he is in the STEM. Okay, he is in the engineering and science and technology engineering. Okay. Kung di nyo pa nababasa, it's a good story. One of it is, marami pa. So, be motivated on that. Okay? Always look on some resources or people, look up to those people that are successful and learn from them. That's how you would be able to improve. I become this as one of the head in our school because I learned from my heads in the past. I learned from my principals. I've learned from my teachers. I've learned from my colleagues. So same goes with you. So it is still your choice. Your teachers and your parents are only here to help. you can, in addition, international scholarship grants can help too. So I hope I meet the expectations, and I hope students that I would be able to hopefully motivate you. That's my job. Pag hindi ko na-motivate pa kayo, atay na tayo na to. Okay. But just to leave you some quotes in terms of STEM, research and development, we just want to emphasize, is very important in the growth and success of mankind. No nation or people becomes great without these two, and the STEM education is here to assist. And good for you na meron kayo niyan. In addition to that, you're learning. Education is not, hindi ka lang nga, ano kasi one tamad, nga, hintay mo lang yung patak ng grasya, okay? But it should provide you a spark para magpursige ka. So, those are the things. Now, to end this, I always say this to my students, be an optimist. Optimist that you will have a brighter future. Pandemic, isa lang yan. Okay? Walang hapunan ngayon, isa lang yan. Pero there will be a brighter future. You need to step up, of course. Then if you are already in a area na kampante ka na, mangamba ka, be a pessimist. You need to anticipate that you cannot control everything. We cannot control the challenges. Sa tingin mo ba, yung maraming nawalan ng trabaho ngayon, gusto ba nila yon? Hindi. Pero, yun yung dumating. You need to anticipate that. So, save. Save, not only monetary, save knowledge, learn your skills and everything. So, sabi ko, pag hindi ako teacher, ano gagawin ko? Magkakaagpentero ako. I'm working on it. So, yung mga ganun ba, meron kang plan B. Then, third, be a realist. Know your strengths and weaknesses. Huwag masyadong maangas. Kailangan, alam mo naman yun, sir, kaya ko po yan, pero in the end, you procrastinate and you do not do your work. Matatanggal ka sa trabaho. Or, kung university student ka, babagsak ka. So, know your worth. And you need to improve your worth para hindi ka matanggal. So again, despite of this pandemic, I am grateful. I'm still part of our school because I need to make sure that they will still hire me because this in international school, it is usually yearly or 2 years contract, just to give you an idea. Unlike in our government, in DepEd, there's a security of tenure unless you have a criminal case. So, and lastly, opportunists. I just want to emphasize it. Grab every opportunity. Learning is a continuous process. Motivation comes from within. And as a STEM professional or as a STEM student, we are taught to be critical thinkers. We are provided always with opportunity. We are always provided with choices. Use that so that you will prosper. And hopefully, you become a scientist or professional that cares. Okay? So, thank you. Do not wait for a perfect opportunity. Instead, grab any opportunity and make it perfect. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Vijari, for that, for sharing your inspiring story, for reminding also our students, our learners, to grab every opportunity, be more critical when it comes to weighing options or choices in life, and to adopt in every situation. Now, from one inspiring story, now let's move on to another testimonials. Our last speaker, I should say, this afternoon has completed academic units in Masters in Development Management and a bachelor's degree in Agribusiness Management in the University of the Philippines, Los Baños. At present, she is actually just the chair on Ethics Committee of Community of Certified Life Skills and Self-Discovery Coaches National Chapter and the Director for Laguna Mobile Center. I help Coaching and Business Solutions Incorporated. She is a certified corporate and business skills trainer and a certified life skills and self-discovery master coach. Everyone, Ms. Nympha T. Villamayor. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, good afternoon. Malinaw po audio ko?
Yes, ma'am. Loud and clear pa.
Ayan. Thank you, Sir Chris. Ito yung oras de peligro. Pag nagkukonta kami ng training, 2 oras ang oras de peligro. Yung after lunch, dahil inaantok ang mga tao pagkatapos ng lunch, at etong magpa-5 o'clock dahil lahat tumitingin na sa oras para umuwi. So, bibilisan natin to. I have 7 slides at mabilis akong magsalita. Pero alam ko, namamasyal na yung mga estudyante kung saang-saang window dahil nasa YouTube pala sila nanonood. So para pabalikin natin sila dito, yung ibang namamasyal lang, ay bumalik kayo dito dahil I will be giving away prizes sa mga nakikinig which I will send via GCash. So malalaman nyo kung paano kayo mananalo ng prize from me via GCash. Send ko sa inyo through GCash. And then, sabi ko din kay Sir Chris, I'm giving away 2 slots for free training sa mga teachers na present today. So, bahala na lang po kayong mag-raffle sa inyo. It's a free training about life coaching certification and 2 other courses na gusto ninyo. So, we have 17 courses, so pwede pa kayong pumili kung ano pa yung 2 courses na gusto nyo. So, let me start. Pa-share ng screen.
Working on it, ma'am.
Ayan, shout out to grade 11, Galileo. Andun yung pamangkin ko, si Vindy, na sabi ko mag-screenshot sa akin. Ayan. Ayaw pa?
On it, ma'am.
Okay, yan. So let's talk about life coach. Siguro yung iba sa inyo na bago pa lang narinig, pero madami sa TV na they call themselves coaches, no? Kasi there are different types of coaches. There are health coach, there are fitness coach, there is a career coach, there is a financial coach, business coach, relationship coach, and this one, the life coach. So I'm a certified life skill and self-discovery coach of iHelp Coaching and Business Solutions. Next slide, sir. Ayan, so kwento ko muna ang background ko, no? I am down, sir. Yan. So I'm an on-call consultant of the Philippine Center for Environmental Awareness and Sustainability, Inc. This is an environmental consulting firm accredited by the DENR. I'm one of the board of trustees and I currently sit as director for business development. I conduct studies on environmental impact assessment as stakeholder engagement specialist or a social development planning expert. I'm also an accredited DNR trainer for pollution control officer. So career orientation to, malalaman yung mga dami-dami kong careers. Ayan. Second, I'm a businesswoman. During weekends, I sell Robina meat products and bangus products. Actually anything that is legal to sell under the sun. And I operate my own center for life coaching. This is iHelp Coaching and Business Solutions for Laguna. And third, I'm a life coach. I'm a certified life skills and self-discovery coach. And I'm also one of the trainers for those who want to be a life coach. So first tip natin sa career, it pays to have different skills. No? Different skill set aside from the course that you will complete or you will earn at the later part ng yung college. So dapat marami tayong skill set kasi hindi natin alam na baka mamaya mawalan tayo ng trabaho or maubos na yung opportunities for that work. At least meron ka pang ibang skills and magiging sources mo ng income. And it pays also to have different income streams, no? Katulad ng ginagawa ko. So I'm an on-call consultant and I'm a businesswoman on the side and I'm also a life coach. So yung ibang mga tao, they land on their career because of their choice since they were young. It was their dream, so they pursued it. Some because of their decision, Kasi some because of the decision ng mga parents nila o kaya ng mga relatives nila, sasabihin ni nanay, gusto ko maging engineer ka, so yun ang ipo-pursue yung career. Sasabihin ng tatay, gusto ko maging doktor ka, so yun ang ipo-pursue yung career. Yung iba naman, they land to their career because of the decision naman ng mga relatives nila nag-sponsor ng education nila. Siyempre, sabi ni tita, pag-aaralin kita kung magdo-doktor ka. So, dahil gusto mo makatapos at yun ang gusto ni tita na magpapaaral sa'yo, yun yung susundin natin. Some naman land on their career because of their skill set or talents, kung saan sila magaling. If you're good in math, so ano yung mga courses na kailangan ng math? Engineering, economics, stat, applied math. Kung galing ka naman sa English, may BS Communication, Media Relations, and other courses. Yung iba naman, they land in their career because of their passion. Ano yung passion? Yung passion, yung something na gusto mong gawin, gustong-gusto mong gawin siya, kaya nagagawa mo siya ng magaling, at dahil sa gustong-gusto mo siyang gawin, kahit walang bayad, gagawin mo siya. So now, I'm a life coach, and I think that this is my career because out of my passion. No? Because I have this passion to help, passion to bring out the good in everyone, passion to make them a better version of their parents or better version of this generation. I have the passion to talk and passion to give advice. So, pakialamera talaga ako, literally. So, mahilig akong magbigay ng advice. So, yung pagiging life coach, swak siya sa akin. And then I realized na may better approach pa para makapagbigay ka ng advice or makatulong sa mga tao. But before talking about the life coaches, bigyan ko din kayo ng background katulad ng mga ginawa ni Sir kanina, no? Ano ba yung pinagdaanan ko before I arrived at being a life coach? First job ko, I worked as research assistant for my professor. For my professor in college na consultant din. Kaya nung college pala ako, pangarap ko na maging consultant talaga. Dahil nakikita ko yung mga teachers ko, mabababa naman yung sweldo nila, pero parang magaganda yung kotse nila. And then I realized na they work pala as consultant. So sabi ko, gusto ko din maging consultant. So ang first job ko is I worked as a technical assistant for my professor. And then after that, dahil sa yung kasama ko din na research assistant, may naging project, sinama niya rin ako doon. So naging research assistant na ako ng UP Los Baños. And then after that, merong opportunity na dumating para maging technical assistant ako in a consulting firm. At dahil pangarap ko ngang maging consultant at merong opening sa isang consulting firm, I joined that consulting firm as technical assistant. And as technical assistant, naging assistant ako ng mga iba't ibang consultants. At yung mga consultants na yon ay may mga projects sa iba pang companies, may iba pang projects sa ibang lugar, kinukuha na nila akong assistant. So, actually, hindi ako nag-a-apply sa mga trabaho. Yung trabaho, sunod-sunod siya. Dumadating siya sa akin, ino-offer siya sa akin. And then sa isang assignment ko, I was assigned as a consultant, junior consultant for Pilipinas Shell. And then Shell finally discovered na ako pala ay isang consultant doon at hindi ako employee. And what they did is they hired me as their consultant directly na to them. So wala nang ibang company na mediate kumbaga sa akin. So direct na ako sa Shell. And then when I worked with Shell, finally I decided to stop kasi nagpahinga ako dahil parang wala man akong pahinga since nagpakasal ako. And tapos nagkaroon ng opportunity sa joint venture company ng Shell, Petron, and Caltex. I was asked by Shell to join their joint venture company. So nag-join ako sa joint venture company as their consultant again for external affairs. And then nagsara ang Pandacan Oil Depot. If you heard about it, that's the biggest oil terminal that we have here in the Philippines. Naandun yung tatlong big oil companies, nagsara siya. So tatlong oil companies yung dati kong pinagtatrabahuhan. They have this association of Philippine Institute of Petroleum na 6 oil companies naman, kinuha naman nila ako doon. So ang last stint ko naman is that I was the external affairs lead for Caltex or Chevron Philippines Incorporated in San Pascual, Batangas. So tip number 2, in every assignment that you do or a job that you will have, always give your best and do not burn bridges, no? Give your best and do not burn bridges because it's a small world. Paikot-ikot lang tayo. Yung nakilala natin since the start, makikita ulit natin siya. At yung nakilala natin nung tayo ay nag-umpisa pa lang, siya rin ang magbibigay sa atin ng magandang feedback about us dun sa mga makikilala natin in the future. So again, in every assignment that you will do or job that you will handle, always give your best and do not burn bridges. Next slide, please. So let's talk about my third career, life coaching. So what is life coaching? Life coaching is partnering with clients in a thought-provoking and creative process that inspires them to maximize their personal and professional potential. So I would just like to highlight yung partnering. So ang life coach, partner with the clients or coachee. Hindi kami expert, hindi kami advisor. We are treated as a partner. And again, I would like to emphasize yung process namin. It's a thought-provoking and creative process. We don't give advice. We don't tell the person that what you're doing is wrong. We will not judge you. We will not be telling you what to do, but we will be asking questions and we'll listen to the client or to the coachee, and we will ask questions using those provoking questions and creative process so that we can remove obstacles or anything that is blocking your view on your journey towards your goal. Together with the coachee, we unleash their potential and we work together to find solutions. So we don't work as therapists. Ang life coach, hindi niya sinosolve ang mga problems ng mga tao na merong mental depression or merong anxiety disorders. We leave that to the therapists, the licensed persons, kasi it needs research and scientific-based approach para i-answer yan. Life coach, mas maganda ang life coach dun sa stage before going to the depression side, para ma-prevent yung depression side. Next bullet, please. So I would like to emphasize na merong international federation ng mga coaching that is called International Coaching Federation, and the ICF estimates there are 71,000 professional coaches worldwide and 23,000 based in North America. Next bullet, please. And between 2015 and 2019, the number of professional coaches worldwide increased by 33% globally and 33% in North America, based on the ICF's 2020 Global Coaching Study Final Report. So sa Philippines, hindi pa natin masyadong nagagamit ang life coach. Nahiya nga din tayo lumapit sa psychiatrist. Feeling natin nakakahiya na matag ka na you're depressed or may maluwag ng kaunti sa tornilyo mo. Pero sa ibang bansa, they do that. They consult coaches in every aspect of their life. Mag-change lang ng career, they go to a coach, to a career coach. Mag-i-invest lang ng pera, they will go to a financial coach. Magda-diet lang, they will go to a fitness coach. So talagang very useful ang life coaches and very profitable career or industry ang life coaching abroad. Life coaching is unregulated. The profession requires no formal education, training, or licensing, and this allows virtually anyone to call themselves a coach. So kung kayo mag-a-avail ng service ng life coach, please ensure, dahil this is unregulated, please make sure that you check the background of the person. You check the background of the life coach. Dahil kahit hindi ito regulated and there's no formal requirement for training or licensing, sa grupo namin sa iHelp Coaching and Business Solutions, we offer certification. We would want any person who would like to be a life coach to be certified, to be trained. Kasi you're a life coach, you're handling a very delicate thing, which is the life of a person. So dapat merong structure yan. Meron kang tool na gagamitin para matulungan mo ang isang tao if you want to be a life coach. Next slide, please. Now, why I chose to be a life coach? Actually, hindi ko yan pinili. I did not choose to be a life coach. It's not in my plan, nor in my dream or the choices I had in the past. I become one because of the journey that I had. And what's that journey? In 2019, I had car accident. On my way to office, one Monday morning, going to office kasi ang trabaho ko ay San Pascual, Batangas. So I drive to and from the office. I had a car accident. I sustained a brain trauma injury. And as a result, I had a mental depression. Sabi nung neuro ko, literally, nakalug yung aking utak. So talagang nakalog. So, totoong nakakalog pa lang utak natin. No? Kasi yung sasakyan ko, nag-tumbling. So, literally talagang nakalog ang utak ko. And to think na ang brain natin is actually floating lang here inside our head. So, kung talagang nakakalog yan, medyo magkakaroon ng chemical imbalance. So, that resulted in the mental depression. And then second, there was COVID-19 pandemic noong 2020. Work from home, so medyo madami kang time. Yung aking consulting projects, medyo na-limit kasi merong limitations to move outside of Laguna or to travel to different provinces. Yung aking work as consultant will require me to do field work. So, nabawasan yun. So, I have so many time. And then, there was this increasing cases of mental health concerns, no, and mental health issues. So, next, please. So I saw iHelp Coaching and Business Solution that is offering a certification for life coach. So I grabbed it. That started my journey as a life coach. So this is iHelp Coaching and Business Solutions. Dito yung my prize. This is my page sa FB. iHelp Coaching and Business Solutions, Laguna Provincial Center. Sa mga students, pakihanap po ito, paki-like. So, paano kayo mananalo? Mamaya, I will post a thank you post here sa aking page. And then, please comment kung anong natutunan nyo or anong feedback nyo or take home nyo from my talk this afternoon. And then, lahat ng magko-comment na doon ay mapapasama sa list at sa raffle. And then, I will get 3 winners that will receive prize via GCash. So, ipipm ko na lang po yung mapipili and I will get the number for the GCash. So, iHelp Coaching and Business Solution is a duly registered corporation in Securities and Exchange Commission. We engage in providing coaching, mentoring, training and learning programs and platforms that promote growth and development in every person's life, career towards self-development and transformation. Actually, we encourage everyone to be a life coach dahil this is a very good self-help tool, no? Hindi na kailangan minsan kasi pumupunta tayo sa ating kaibigan pag mayroon tayong problema. Yung kaibigan natin, papagalitan tayo, ano ba naman kasi yung pinagagawa mo? Mali naman pala yung pinagagawa mo. Ano mangyayari? Magtatampo ka. Tapos hindi ka na magkukwento ng mga ayoko na magkwento, baka i-judge ako na parang ang tanga-tanga ng aking iniisip or ng choices na gagawin ko. Ganun din minsan sa ating mga parents, kinapagalitan din tayo pag tayo nag-open up. So we encourage everyone, every people actually to be a life coach kasi from time to time, we need to coach ourselves. Kung hindi man tayo makalapit sa life coach, at least ma-coach natin yung sarili natin. We also encourage teachers to learn the skills of a life coach. Actually, last year, we launched a project TLC, which is a project ng Teacher as Life Coach. We gave out free info seminar for teachers kung paano ba maging life coach ang isang teacher. So if the school is interested, we can run that to your school, a project TLC of iHelp Coaching and Business Solution. It is Teacher as Life Coach because we believe na importanteng matutunan ng mga teachers natin yung skills ng life coach kasi you have so many lives na hinahawakan. Hindi lang buhay ng estudyante nyo, meron pa kayong buhay ninyo and then buhay ng kapwa teachers ninyo. So at least maganda na matutunan nyo yung mga skills as a life coach and you can coach one another and address yung mga mandate ngayon ng government to come up with a program for the mental health ng students and mental health ng teachers. Next slide, please. What does a life coach do? So first, life coaches can help you clarify your goals. Yung mga nagugulumihanan, ano bang gusto nyong gawin sa buhay nyo? Ano bang dapat kong gawin dito sa isang sitwasyon? So the life coach also identified the obstacles holding you back. Ano ba yung mga bagay na nagpipigil sa'yo para gawin ang isang bagay na gusto mong gawin na makakabuti naman sa'yo? And the life coach also helps you come up with strategies for overcoming each obstacle. In creating these strategies, life coaches listen to clients. And by listening, a life coach target the unique skills and gifts ng coaching niya. By helping her make most of your strengths, life coaches provide the support you need to achieve long-lasting change. Kasi ang life coaching is not a one-time session. So may mga session ng life coaching na mas mahaba. Depende hanggang sa makita na ng life coach na kaya na niyang bitawan or kaya na niyang gawin. Meron akong, ikukwento ko lang yung series of life coaches that I had. Sample lang. Sa isang Los Baños group natin, dito sa page natin sa FB, may nag-post, sabi niya, I'm depressed, I need help. So nag-PM ako, sabi ko, I'm a life coach, PM me. Pero hindi yung taong nag-post na yun na nag-contact sa akin, iba. Ang nag-contact sa akin is a college student, sabi niya, Ma'am, are you a counselor? Sabi ko, no, I'm not a counselor. I'm a life coach. We work differently. But I can help you. Ano ba yon? So sabi niya, pwede po bang text lang? Sabi ko, hindi pwedeng text. I need to hear your voice. I need to see you. Kasi that can help me understand kung saan yung pinanggagalingan niya. At saka yung syempre, yung expressions, yung tono ng boses, that matters. So nag-usap kami and merong mga bagay na nagbabother sa kanya. Sa perspective na ibang tao, parang ang babaw naman. Kung siguro nag-confide siya sa isang kaibigan, sasabihin lang, ang babaw naman ang pinoproblema mo, may mas mabibigat pang problema pinagdadaanan ng mundo. Pero yung life coach, hindi niya pwedeng gawin yon. Yung life coach, kailangan niyang intindihin yung pinagdadaanan. Kailangan niyang makinig at pag-aralan kung ano ba yung mga limitations o mga obstacles na nag-a-affect sa thinking ng tao. And then, come up with questions na finally magre-reveal ng answers mismo dun sa solution ng coachee. Again, hindi expert ang life coach, hindi kami nagpo-provide ng solution to the problem. We ask questions hanggang sa mailabas mismo nung kausap namin yung solution sa kanyang problema. So that's how a life coach works. Next slide, please. So tips for your career. I'm on my last page. Last slide. Tips for your career. Ang dami-daming tips na kaninang sinabi nila ng first two speakers natin, and I hope sana nakinig kayo. First, know your potential. Saan ba kayo magaling? And then sundan nyo yon. Meron tayong misang kadalasang problema na hinahanap natin yung weakness din natin. At hinahanap natin yung weakness natin. Gusto natin pagalingin yung sarili natin. Minsan, kahanap natin ng mga weaknesses na yun, nakakalimutan na natin yung strength natin. Hindi natin na napapalakas yung mga strength natin. So, if you're choosing for a career, please know and determine your potential. Saan pa kayo gagaling at gagaling pa? Second, discover your passion. Ano ba yung mga bagay na gustong-gusto mong gawin kahit hindi sabihin ni teacher? Gusto mong gawin kahit hindi sabihin ng nanay mo? Gusto mong gawin at ibibigay mo yung best dahil yun talaga yung passion mo. Because if you're doing your passion, sabi nga nila, if you're working for a job that is related to your passion, parang ang feeling mo, hindi ka nagwo-work. Every day, masaya ka. And then, live according to God's designed purpose, no? Be good, do good always, share your blessing. It's another tip, no? However hard life is, do not lose the good person in you along the way. Do not forget to do good and share blessings. Share blessing with your parents, your family, and those in need. Pag nag-share ka ng blessings, hindi naman kailangan mahal, hindi naman kailangan monetary. It can be your time, it can be your smile, it can be a positive word na i-share mo lang sa friend mo. That's already sharing a blessing. So there are a lot of creative ways para mag-share ka ng blessings. Hindi kamot, mahirap lang ako, wala akong ma-share na blessing. Meron, pwede ka makatulong. You can do volunteer work, you can offer your time sa isang orphanage or isang center for elders, and then mag-render ka ng services. Madaming way to do good and be good, no? And then, second is build your professional career now. Hindi ka magbi-build ng career mo pagkatapos mo ng college. Ngayon pa lang, sinabi niya ng first two speakers natin, because kahit 30% lang nung matututunan nyo sa school, ang actually madadala nyo sa pagtatrabaho nyo, yung mga traits, habits, and principles that you have earned, learned, acquired, adopted, ay madadala nyo sa inyong trabaho. Ano yun? Honesty and integrity, initiative, willingness to learn, motivation, confidence. Yun yung mga traits na kailangan ngayon pa lang, wino-work out nyo na. So ngayon pa lang, start your journey in building your professional career. Kahit grade 11 pa lang kayo, kahit grade 12 pa lang kayo. Hindi nyo mabibuild, it's too late na to build the confidence na kailangan nyo sa trabaho nyo kung after college pa lang kayo. So ngayon pa lang, yung public speaking, yung communication skills, improve na. Pag-practicean nyo na. Mga teachers nyo, pag pinagre-report kayo, pag-practicean nyo na. Hindi naman kayo papagalitan yan pag pamali-mali kayo. But, you are already starting your skills on communication and you're already building your skills in public speaking. At pag nagtrabaho kayo, mas madami pa kayong taong kakausapin doon na kailangan yung i-display yung skills nyo for public speaking and communication and your confidence. Third, expand your knowledge, interests, and experience. Hindi ka lang dapat matigil kung anong degree ang natutunan mo, no? So dapat find also continue to learn, continue to improve yourself, find other interests na baka naman mag-excel ka pa rin doon. And gather a lot of experience to enrich and enhance your professional career. So that's all. Last but not the least, remind ko lang, I will be posting later sa aking page sa FB. Thank you post for this event, and then comment lang kayo, and then from the list of the students that will comment there, I will get 3 winners that will receive a prize through GCash. Thank you and good afternoon.
Thank you, Ma'am Nympha.
Kasing dumami yung mga kapasa. Naririnig na po ako?
Yes, sir.
Alright po. Sorry, we're just having some technical issues here po. Alright, so thank you very much, Ma'am Nympha, for that inspiring story, for sharing actually your story. Ikaw po talaga yung living testimony po ng isang empowered woman who is actually a multitasker. So maraming salamat po for sharing your story. With that, I hope you guys, our dear learners, were able to grasp and learn insightful discussion or insightful tips about the living testimonies or the testimonies of our 2 sharers. With that, let's now proceed to the awarding of a certificate of recognition to all our speakers in this 2-day career advocacy program. Okay, so we're good po? Yes, sir. So allow me first to read the content of our certificate. We are very sorry for some technical issues. There you go. Sir, can you? We cannot see the text po. For a moment po. All right, I hope Mr. Engineer Rodson is still present in our Zoom meeting. If not, may I request the 2 staffs of Engineer Rodson to please open their camera for some photo opportunity as I read the context or the text of our certificate of recognition. Okay. For a moment po. Again, while waiting for our certificates to be flashed on your screen, reminder dun sa activity po ni Ma'am Nympha to please submit your responses para naman po maka-receive tayo dun sa yung GCash, yung mga prizes po na kanyang ibibigay. All right. Right. Of course, allow me to extend our heartfelt gratitude to all our speakers from day 1, and of course to all our committees here in Los Baños Senior High School. Okay, with that, certificate of recognition is hereby given to Engineer Rodson G. Del Mundo for his significant contribution in shaping the future of Los Baños Senior High School learners as guest speaker during the Career Guidance Advocacy Program with the theme Shaping the Future of Los Baños Senior High School Learners in the New Normal, held on May 19, 2021 via Zoom, given this 19th day of May 2021 in Los Baños, Laguna. Signed, Dr. Michael William V. Puna, school head, I should say, of Los Baños Senior High School. The same certificate is given to... Okay, all right. No camera daw po ang staff ng Engineer Rodson. With that, can I proceed to the next speaker na po? The same certificate of recognition is given to our speaker, Mr. Vijari RVS Limbaco. Sir, please open, if you could open your camera for some photo opportunity. I'm sorry. Okay. There you go, sir. In charge po sa ating documentation. Sir, can you give us again your best smile? May I request also our faculty teachers, if kung pwede po nating buksan din po ang ating camera. There you go. Okay, let me count po. 1. All right, sige. Let's just wait for the others po. All right, are we good? Give us your best shot po. Yung best smile po natin. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, thank you so much, Sir RV Limbaco. Maraming salamat po for gracing this event. The same, all right, the same certificate of recognition is awarded to Ms. Nympha Villamayor. Ma'am, ngiti po tayo, ma'am. All right, bilang pa tayo. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Maraming salamat po, Ma'am Villamayor, for sharing your expertise, particularly about life coaching. It is very insightful po. Personally, it's my first time to hear about life coaching. Okay. So with that, another certificate, the same certificate, I should say, of recognition is given to Ma'am Evangeline Austria, our speaker in day 1 po. Ma'am Vanji. Sir, do we have the certificate? Pasensya na po sa mga technical issues. All right. If possible po, Ma'am Padilla, Sir Amer, and Ma'am Vanji, yung mga tatlong speakers po natin ng day 1, if you could open your camera as well so that you can join Mr. RV and Ma'am Nympha for our photo opportunity. All right. Sige po. Yes, okay na po yan, sir. Next po. Okay po. Sige po. Wala na po. Sige, let's proceed na lang po sa photo opportunity with the photo ops with the speakers na po. Can you please open your camera po? Ma'am Sir RV, Ma'am Nympha, Ma'am Evangeline, Ma'am Maybel Padilla. There you go. All right. Sige po. Count po tayo. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much to thank you so much po sa lahat ng ating mga speakers dito sa ating career advocacy program. Thank you very much po. So with that, let's now proceed to our next part of our do we have po the career selfie? Okay, are we ready po? All right. Let's now proceed to the presentation of winners in our career selfie activity. Can we now present the candidates or the 3 winners? All right. Dire-diretso na. Presenting our students in their career selfies po. Okay. Winners pa tayo. Sige pa. Alright, maraming salamat po sa mga sumali dito sa ating career selfie activity. And now may I present our winners, our top 3 winners in our career selfie activity. Are we good? Let's hintay lang po natin yung presentation. Okay. Third place, we have Arian Jazriel Marquez of grade 11 Aristotle. Congratulations, Arian. Second place, we have Roy A. De La Cueva of grade 12 Darwin. Congratulations, Roy. And of course, our first place, we have John Richard Cañada of grade 11 Bernoulli. Congratulations to all our 3 winners in this career selfie activity. Congratulations din po sa lahat ng mga nag-participate, to all our students who participated in this activity. With that, once again, thank you so much. We'll now proceed to our closing remarks, which will be given by our master teacher in language. We have Ma'am Maybel P. Padilla. Ma'am, good afternoon.
Okay, thank you, Sir Chris. So we're done with our 2 days career guidance program. I want to thank Dr. Salero, Ma'am Valenzuela, Ma'am Reblora, our guests who shared their testimonies for their chosen career, Dr. Eusebio, Sarmiento, Prof. Limbaco, Ma'am Villa Mayor, and to Engineer Del Mundo of Provincial PESO who represents Ma'am Corcuera. Sa ating PWG, co-teachers and staff of Los Baños Senior High School, especially to Dr. Puna, and of course to our grade 11 and grade 12 learners. We hope that after providing relevant information about different curriculum exits and other data that can guide you in selecting your career path, you are now ready what exits you will choose after senior high school. So thank you everyone. So salamat po sa pakikiisa ng lahat, and God bless po and stay safe everyone. Thank you.
Thank you po, Ma'am Maybel Padilla. And for our closing prayer, we have our SSG president. We have, okay, Andre Alforja. Andre?
Good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. Let's bow our head into the presence of the Lord. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Ama namin sa langit, maraming salamat sa pagkakataon na kami sa aming paaralan ay nagkatipon-tipon sa napakahalagang araw na ito. Maraming salamat po sa biyaya na inyong ibinigay sa amin. Maraming salamat po sa aming mga butihing guro na namuno at nagpamulat sa aming mga kaisipan upang lalo naming makamit at mapili ng tama ang aming mga kurso sa kolehiyo, maging ang mga pangarap namin sa buhay. At ito po ay sa pamamagitan ng programang Career Guidance na ito. Maraming salamat din po, Ama, sa mga tagapagsalita sa araw na ito upang kami ay mabigyan ng sapat na kaalaman at karunungan na makatutulong sa amin hindi lamang sa aming pag-aaral, kundi para maging sa aming bilang maging mabuting individual. Hinihingi rin po namin ang inyong kapatawaran sa mga maling gawa o kilos na aming naipamalas. Palagi mo po kaming gabayan sa lahat ng oras. Ilayo po ninyo kami sa kamahamakan, ganoon din po ang aming mga mahal sa buhay. Nawa po ay maging matagumpay kami sa lahat ng aming mga pangarap sa buhay. Ito po ang aming samo at panalangin sa ngalan ni Kristo, ng inyong anak. Amen.
Maraming salamat, Andre. Thank you very much with that closing prayer. Once again, to all our invited guests and speakers, thank you all for sharing your expertise and narratives to inspire and guide our learners. It was a pleasure to have you with us virtually. And that concludes our two-day career guidance advocacy program. Thank you all for attending and for watching over in YouTube Live. Thank you po sa lahat.
Salamat po. Sa tulog. Hindi na. Ay, baka